What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? And so you see me sitting here in this chair like I do on Saturdays, and you say, Anton, why are you not in the studio part of it? You know, on the Millionaire Morning Show, normal studio with the white shirt. Well, I like to mix it up. You know, you never know what you're going to get. And so in order for me to make sure that we're all on the same page and we all winning, the sun is shining, the weather is good, everything is happening, everything is good in life. And so we switch it up. You know what I'm saying? We want to kind of hit y'all with a midweek Wednesday switch up of layout. You know what I'm saying? And so I like being at this desk. I think that, well, actually I got similar chairs. It's just different colors. And so we kicking it. We kicking it. What's up, Jay Caldwell? No button down today, Anton, huh? You want me to go? I can go put a button down on. I got the button downs right over there. The button downs is right over there. Want me to go get the button downs, Aaliyah? You tell me if you want me to go get a button down. I'm gonna put the button downs. Background is wavy. Have y'all ever seen all of my because this is a hand, all of these is hand painted. The same artists that paint a lot of the murals for the Pistons, they came in and they did a hand painting for a lot of y'all that's new. Have y'all ever seen my all of my paintings and stuff like that and what that looks like? It's dope. I got a dope layout. I'm in the gym a little bit. I'm in the gym. Yeah, facts. Button downs are for the morning show. Oh, Aaliyah, you so mean. You've been mean to me for the past couple of days. Why you not nice to me? Would I ever let somebody come and use my studio to film a podcast? They have. I have let people film my stuff. I have let people come in and do it. Where's the shoe collection? It's spread out. I got some of it at my crib in the suburbs. I got some of it downtown. I got a lot of it here. I got a closet. I got a whole closet here where I got a lot of shoes and stuff like that. It's spread out. Island Style, he says, so much for the watermelon diet. You said, why we not doing a watermelon diet? Just because we not doing a diet, we doing a cleanse. Why we not doing watermelon? All I got is water right here. That's all I got is water. Water, water, water. Why we not? Why we not? This is nice, Anton. I want you looking your utmost best. I feel good though. I'm not leaving you hanging. We rocking. We rocking. We good. Just because we live, just because we in the gym, don't mean that we not cleansing. You know what I'm saying? Shoes or watches? Both. Well, I'm not really collecting shoes. I just got a whole lot of shoes that I have never worn. But yeah, I got my whole thing. I got Sam Cooke over there, Lauryn Hill, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Migos, J. Cole, Young Dolph, Rihanna's greatest album, Anti, is up there. Yeah, man, we got some of the greatest albums ever. Got Michael Jackson, the Most Def, Nipsey Hussle. See that victory lap right there? Got 21 Savage up there, Music Soul Child. Yeah, got the Chris Brown, got the Lil Wayne Carter, Rough Riders, Snoop Dogg. You got to have them all. And then you go all the way down. All the way down. Got Nirvana, right? Smell Like Teen Spirit. Got Stevie Wonder. Got everything, man. Got the Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt over there. Got all of that, you know? So you got to keep your inspiration all around you. You're not even a true artist if you're not customizing a space to what your life is like, to what you deem sweet, what you grew up on. You know what I'm saying? You're not even a true artist unless you can actually talk about the stuff that you grew up on. Do I have a painting of good times? Nah. Rihanna's Anti album is her best album ever. That album has one of the greatest songs of all time on it. Of all time. All time. 8Ball and MJG, absolutely. I love 8Ball and MJG. Shout out to Suave House. People don't know nothing about Suave House. People say, where's your Wu-Tang? Listen, you can only fit so many albums. I got it spanning the entire wall. So you can't get everything, you know? 80, what is a good starter watch? I say my first watch was a Rolex Submariner Date. A Rolex. I'm combining the waters, y'all, so that's why I'm pouring it all in one cup. The best watch is a Rolex Submariner Date. Get your money up. I was a little apprehensive when I first bought it because I'm like, man, I'm about to spend like almost $10,000 for a watch. One of the best watches ever. Anything professional. A Rolex Submariner Date. I did the stainless steel with the black face on it, and it was one of the best things that I could have ever bought. It's like a family heirloom. I recently gave it to my daughter, and so my daughter now has it, and that's the best watch for you to start off with. The best watch for you to start off with is a Rolex Submariner Date. All right. So yeah, this is a custom painting. It took about 4 months for her to do it because everything is hand painted, so it's dope. And then, you know, I'm in the studio. So I just got done recording over there on a set. A lot of y'all are familiar with the studio. I got a set over there that I was recording over. Some of y'all may see it. It's a set over there. And then this is where we shoot a lot of the interviews and stuff like that over here on the couch. That's the new black couch. That's the old black couch over there. So yeah, man. This is where I come to. Oh, and then I'll be crashing out on the futon over there. Y'all seen the futon before? See the futon? See over there behind the chair? That's where we crash out at. I got nice pillows, a velvet cover over there. See that? That's where we crash out at, you know. Get you some good drink right in the heart of the city downtown. I can see the city, and you good, man. What more do you want in life? You know? Life shouldn't be anything more than that. Anything more than that. Life shouldn't be anything more than that. Rolex Tiffany edition, ladies. Is that velvet? Do you like necklaces and chains? I've never wore rings. I've never wore chains. I've never wore necklaces. I've never worn bracelets. The only thing I like is watches. So maybe one day I'll get a chain. If I ever got a chain, then it will be solid gold. I would never get diamonds in anything that I ever had. If I ever got a chain, it would be solid gold. So yeah, living life is good. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm going to show you how good life is. All right. Y'all ready to see how good life is? I'm going to show you how good life is. All right. I'm about to share an email with you guys really quickly to start off the show. Okay. I'm show y'all an email. What's happening out here in these streets. This is an email that I got this morning. So I want to show y'all what's happening out in these streets, and I want to give y'all some insight. Okay. So for those of you that may not be able to see it, I'm only putting it up here for reference purposes, but definitely want to show y'all. It says, here, let me blow it up for you. It says, from Shirley Dorsey. The AI summary is Shirley Dorsey sent an abusive, threatening email to Anton Daniels. All right. But it's from Shirley Dorsey, shirley.dorsey2@icloud.com. And this is what she had to say to me. She said, you are a piece of shh. This is a family show, so we're not cussing today. The day you were born, the moon went black. No lights exists in your empty soul because you are soulless and godless. All right. I'm only sharing this with y'all because I want to show y'all some of the stuff that I get on a regular basis that you guys don't see. Because you always see me with a positive attitude, or you always see me saying positive things or doing positive things for the community. I showed y'all, I gave to the GoFundMe yesterday, like $22.60. I give away cars, all of that stuff. So anyways, let's continue. When you lose everything, and you will lose everything, you know why, stupid A? Because your evil fruit of action towards people who's done nothing to your sick A. It's written in the heavens of your damn demise. The creator will reward your A with such horrors. It gets worse. Don't worry, guys. Such horrors unimaginable. The same for all Negroes, all capitalized Negroes like you. Do us all a favor and don't wake up tomorrow. Latoya Blue says, Anton, what are you reading right now? I'm reading hate mail. This came at, what time did this come? 1 hour ago at 10:56 a.m. I'm reading hate mail before we start the day. I want to show you why it's important for you to have a positive spirit and a positive soul, and what goes on once you get more visibility. This is what you can look forward to. Do us all a favor and don't wake up tomorrow. When you look at your silly, stupid A in the mirror, repeat after me. I am a worthless piece of to the earth, to mankind, and to most of all, God. Yah. She says, mark my words from this day forth. You will not live long. No one likes you or loves you. Aw, you will see, Negro. You will see. Remember this email. Delete it all your A want, but you will not live long. You won't live long, sent from her iPhone. So Shirley Dorsey at shirley.dorsey2@icloud.com decided that she wants to take time in her morning to say negative things about me. All right. Oswald, I know y'all love me. I know it's too many people that love me. So let me respond and say this. All right. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. God loves me, and there's nothing that they can do about it. And you will never not have me loving people back, and you will never ever turn me negative against people. Even if I feel some type of way when stuff happens, I pray that the sun never goes down on my wrath. Ever. When I see people that have this disdain in their heart, it says more about them than it does about me. It says more about them than it does about me. I'm not subjected to the same ills and woes and ways that other people. You know how many people in my lifetime has tried to curse me or has tried to say negative things about me? I've had people tell me that I never was going to be successful, that I would never ever have any money, that I would never be a millionaire, that I wouldn't live to the age of 16. Then they upped it and said, I heard people say I wouldn't live to the age of 18. I heard people say I wouldn't live to the age of 21, that I wouldn't make it to 25. I'm 43. My life is great. My wife is wonderful. My daughter is awesome. My brother is great. My mother is great. God is good. The Bag Chasers is winning. I'm a millionaire. And I am very thankful and humbled. And I am very much a participant in my community. I don't feel no type of way about this, y'all. I don't look at this type of stuff and say, you know what? I'm about to lash back out at people. The only people that I go back and forth with is the people that subscribe to the channel and decide that they want to participate in the chat. I don't go back. You think I'm going to send a reply email to this? I don't. I won't. I can't. That would take too much of my life force. I can only use it as content and use it as an example to illustrate to you guys how you need to make sure that you gird up. Put on your breastplate of righteousness. Don't have any holes inside of your armor and no chinks in your armor. Because let me tell you what the devil wants you to do. The devil wants you, and when I say the devil works through people, all right? The devil wants you guys to get out of pocket, to crash out, to go back and forth with him, to interact, and he wants you to actually give him some energy back so that he can feed off of it. The natural response from most people will be to lash back out, go back and forth, all of that. I don't have that in me. I don't feel that way. You can't make me angry when I'm not angry. I have so much peace over my life right now. Do you listen? Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be absolutely real with y'all. Let me get this demon off my screen. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have been being, I don't even want to say attacked. I would say over the last 2 weeks, I would go so far as to say this entire year. I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you guys. I would tell you that this entire year has been one of the most difficult years personally that I have ever experienced. I have things coming from that angle. I had things coming from this angle. I have had betrayal. I've had people that wanted to see me lose, people that wanted to see me dead, all of that, right? But I will tell you, in the same vein that this has been one of the most difficult years of my life, it has been one of the most incredibly prosperous, awesome, rewarding years of my life. You can't have one without the other. If you want to grow, if you want to evolve, if you want to be great, you're going to have to understand that you're going to have to go through some things in order for you to get there. It don't just happen easily. Now, I may not necessarily say it and announce it every day, but understand that I'm a human being just like everything else. And so I go through stuff. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I would never have it any other way, because you cannot get to success without going through the struggle. It is the way that it goes. If you are a person that is out there and you are going through things, or something that's happening in your life negatively or whatever, or you think is negative, it's not. It's just a test. It's just a test. It's just a test. I promise you. Everything that I've been through in my life, I look back on it and I was like, oh, that ain't even nothing now that I didn't pass it. It's the barrier of entry for you to get to the next level. You have opportunity. Listen, hey, hold on. Let me say something to you, Aaliyah, and all of my bag chasers and everybody else in the chat. When y'all see people in the chat that say stuff, because you know I'm not gonna censor them. I believe in freedom of speech. When y'all see people in the chat that say negative things about me, oh, you this, or you a tether, or I hate you, or this and that, ignore them.
Ignore them. That's what they feed. People that are negative feed off of attention, positive or negative. Just act like they don't exist. Let them play with themselves. Act like it don't exist. Let them play with themselves. I don't entertain negativity in real life. When I see people beefing, when I see a fight out on the streets or something, when I see a large gathering, I just keep driving. What energy does a person that is blessed have interacting with people that don't have nothing going on in their life? Do you know how much energy it takes? Do you know how much of your life force you give? I entertain it on the internet because it's good for monetization and it's good for entertainment. So I'm gonna make money off of it. But outside of that, when I get offline, I don't respond to people. I don't send back emails or any of that type of stuff. Somebody say you're gonna let them disrespect you. No, they disrespecting themselves. I'm a king. I'm a king. Kings don't entertain paupers. We got to learn how to be more mature. We got to learn how to be smarter. We got to learn to pick and choose our battles. Everything is not worth giving attention to and energy unless you're going to use them for monetization or an example of what not to do. You can't touch me. Nobody can touch me without God's permission. You're going to go through stuff. Life is going to life. That is the growing pains. That is the opportunity for you to get to the next level. Stop letting people turn y'all into crash dummies. Stop letting people turn y'all into crash dummies. Stop letting people turn y'all into crash dummies. I've had people literally bait me in real life. Like, I had somebody tell me that I want you to hit me. I want you to hit me. I've had people say that to me in real life. And I looked at them like, you know what I said? Honestly, as I was walking, God bless you. And then I told my people that was with me, hey, make sure y'all recording so that we can make sure that they can't accuse me of something that I didn't do. Hey, make sure you're recording. I said, God bless you, man. I'm praying for you. And then I kept it moving. Why? For what? I don't engage. I don't engage. I don't give precedence to anything and anybody to come into my space and my sphere. And every single time I say, with my prayer for myself, I say, Lord, give me peace, give me situationally awareness, and help for me to make sure that I make the right decision every day. Help me to make the right decision. Bless me to be smarter about my decisions. I'm good. We good. Wow, so you can try to get $1 out of me so you can try to record. You probably got somebody recording from the probably got somebody recording on the corner or something secretly, bait me so I can, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, they're gonna fall out. Oh my God. Try to get $1 million. You can't get $1 out of me. I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not giving you nothing. Too broke for me to hit you. Anyways, y'all ready to get started with the show? Did y'all enjoy the show last night after hours? It was a wild one last night. It was a wild one last night. Yeah. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the show. Let me make sure that I read some of the cash apps and super chats for everybody. You almost threw your life away last year, but I got the right people in my corner. Man, don't let nobody let you crash out, bro. Don't let nobody bait you. You know what really pissed people off? I'm gonna tell you what really piss people off is when they angry at you and they yelling at you and then you say, nah, I love you though. I ain't really. Oh, you know what? If you just volunteer the apology, you know what? I'm sorry for how you feel. I'm sorry. What did I do to you? When you start meeting them with peace, they get more angry. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Anton for the kids GoFundMe. Shout out to Rat Zinger in the building. I appreciate you on Cash App. Isaac Ortiz says, bless up. What up, Isaac? I appreciate you too. Mike, that dude in the building. Shout out to my dog, Mike, that dude. We in the building. 392Q says, I thought the email was going to be an invite to the White House or offer to be mayor, not this liberal hatred. Imagine what Trump and them get every day. Jessica, what up to my girl Yvette says, I love you, big bro. P.S. Shout out to my girl Yvette. Yeah. Yeah. What up to Yvette in the building? Hold on. Let me see something.
The person you've reached is currently.
No, my bad. I tried to call you, Yvette. I don't know what that voicemail is, but shout out to you, baby girl. I love it. Elevate to the unknown. I was watching your live stream yesterday.
I know you did.
What's up, Yvette? What's going on? How you feel?
I'm doing fantastic. My nurse is here with me.
Your nurse is here with you. What she? What? How?
Yeah.
So I say you walking now, huh?
I'm walking. Yep, I'm doing it.
I'm gonna have to come out and see you again. You know me. I ain't seen you in a little bit. I gotta check up on you.
Oh, I know. Oh my God. What's up, sisters?
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Oh my God, it's been quite the journey since was it November last year?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep.
I was finally able to move back home to my house.
Yeah.
Last week. So yeah, this has been amazing.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I have an opportunity to kick it with you in real life and come and see you and stuff like that.
Oh, we got to get together.
Absolutely.
We got to do it.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, listen, you know I always got your back. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
I will. Thank you. I love you.
All right. Tell the nurse I said what up.
You already did. You're on speaker.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I love my chasers. I love my chasers. See, people don't be knowing that I be knowing y'all in real life. I know y'all in real life. I know y'all in real life. I know everything that y'all got going on. I know what's going on in your life. I check up on my people. I know what's really happening with my chasers. I know them in real life. I met them in real life. Prayed for y'all in real life. Prayed with y'all in real life. Stayed with y'all in real life. Came and visited y'all homes in real life. Shout out to my chasers, man. I love y'all. Elevate to the unknown says she's the type of person that we see on the dash cam shows going crazy. Shirley is absolute devil and is clearly hurt and wants to hurt others. We got to pray for him, y'all. Pray that the devil release them from the clutches. AJ Wise says, I bet she's still watching the show. Of course she is. Shout out to her. Latoya Blue in the building says, we love you, AD. That lady is mean-spirited. Yes, you know the ladies love AD. Brothers Keeper says we need a full spiritual episode, a revival, maybe after hours. Love the God talk. They don't want me to talk positive. They want me to talk negative. Shout out to Fugitive TV. I see you grew your channel. AC Reviews of the World says, AD just showing love. How do you make sure you don't have limited ads on some of the crime reviews? Limited ads on some of the crime reviews? Or is it just that what we have to deal with? Limited ads. How do you make sure you don't have limited ads on some of the crime reviews? I think you're talking about some of the reviews that I do of things that happen. I don't worry about it. I make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do. I try to censor out when it's too egregious, especially in the beginning of the videos. YouTube now has a feature where they add in the ads themselves, and then I add in the ads on myself too. So there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to work it. You know what I'm saying? Corey P says, I took your advice to sell my truck. I'm sick for real, but I'm back debt free. Yeah. Shout out to you. Lando says, Anton, I love Molly. Please let her talk more. Molly do what she want to do, and don't nobody tell Molly what to do. Courtney Edgar Show says, my guy, AD, shout out to you and the Chaser. Shout out to everybody that's tapped into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Carrington Love Jr. says it's reflected in the products that they use. So if you're trying to level up, yeah, you know my spiel. What up, Ada? Benitez says, good morning, watching from Houston, Texas. Shout out to all of my Houston Texans out there in the streets. We got over 2,000 people in the chat now, so now we can get it popping. Chris, your addiction love, says, good morning, AD. I love Miss Sanchez. Have her back. Good show last night. Just missed her. See you Thursday. Y'all want me to add Miss Sanchez to the show? You know, I'm careful who I add into my after hours family. You know, I'm careful about that. Y'all let me know if y'all want Miss Sanchez on the show. Y'all let me know. All right, y'all. We got 2,000 in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, shout out to Stella. Chris Stella in the building. I appreciate you on PayPal. Says, keep up. You are awesome and keep up the excellent work. Thank you. Thank you, Chris Stella. I appreciate you. Trini Life in the building. Thank you, Trini Life. Christopher Mayberry says, AD, I got a new contract offer to remain overseas. We need to have another coach call ASAP. Get that bag. Okay. Good morning, Molly. Way to defend yourself, says they call me Mr. Bibbs. Anaka says, appreciate you, Anton. My spiritual warfare has been real all year, but all things work together. Hey, Anaka, we in this together. We in this together. We all in this together. We all in this together. We all in this together. We rocking with each other. We gonna make sure that we get the best possible outcome no matter what. Mr. Lott in the building says, what up, though? Salute. What up, though? Salute. Yeah. 50 ball for Mr. Lott. The greatest black man once says, bro, your other rant about men hating on you and your D. Now you got emails hating on you also. Keep up the good work. It's a blessing. I would be more concerned if nobody was thinking about me. I'd rather get hate mail than no mail at all. I would rather get hate mail than no mail at all. I don't want to be irrelevant. I'm glad that means that I'm hitting the core. That means that the devil catching that L. Catching that L. That means that listen, when people that is evil get mad, that mean that you winning, nigga. You doing the right thing. I'm not interested in being on the side. I'm very much interested in being very matter of fact. I choose a side. I'm not lukewarm. I'm not on the fence. I am very hot. Either be hot or cold. Pick a side. I pick my side. I pick my side. I'm not politically correct. I'm not trying to make you comfortable. We're going to get into it. Let's get into it. Trump yesterday did a White House press conference speaking specifically about crime. And so let's deep dive into it. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
You're definitely going to send National Guard troops to Chicago.
And remember, whenever y'all see dusty people that want attention, just ignore them and let's continue to rock.
I didn't say when, but the answer is, look, Chicago's very interesting because I watched Pritzker get up and say about, we don't need help, we're safe. But 2 weeks ago, they had 6 people murdered, and they had 24 people hit by bullets. Last week, as you know, it was 7 people, 24 people hit, and 7 people died. And then over the last 2 days, that was the crown jewel. They had, I guess, 9 or 10 killed, and 50 hit with bullets. And you have this governor get up, who's a terrible governor. Probably he and Gavin Newsom would be probably the 2 worst and most naive. They're naive. Either they're naive or they're very untruthful. and he'll say, we don't want any protection. We don't need. So in the last 3 weeks, he's lost almost 20 people killed. There's no place in the world, including you can go to Afghanistan, you can go to places that you would think of. They don't even come close to this. Chicago is a hellhole right now. Baltimore is a hellhole right now. Parts of Los Angeles are terrible. If we didn't put out the fires, and I mean the other fires, the bullet fires, they didn't do a good job with, they should have had the water coming down, like I said. You know, we had to release the water. We had to go in and release the water to LA. It's so badly run. But if I didn't send the National Guard into Los Angeles, I would be making an announcement today. I'd be talking about Huntsville, and I'd simultaneously be saying, by the way, the Olympics is not coming to Los Angeles. If we didn't do that, and even the sheriff, the top law enforcement person in Los Angeles said, we could not have handled it without them. So that's what he said.
Did you make your mind up on Chicago, though?
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. When we lose, when 20 people are killed over the last 2.5 weeks, and 75 are shot with bullets. So let me tell you a little story about a place called DC, District of Columbia, right here where we are. It's now a safe zone. We have no crime. It's in such great shape. You can go and actually walk with your children, your wife, your husband. You can walk right down the middle of the street. You're not going to be shot, Peter. You're safe. Everyone likes you anyway. They probably wouldn't do it. But it's so dangerous. And there are people in this audience that you've suffered greatly. There are people in this audience that have been mugged and hurt badly, and they don't want to talk about it. Maybe you were very brave in talking about it. You made quite an impression on a lot of people. I appreciate it. But there were other people in this room that have been hurt very badly just walking down the street in D.C. Washington, D.C. is a safe zone right now. It's a safe city. The restaurants are open. They're booming. You can't get a restaurant. New restaurants are announcing that they're going to be open. This took place in 12 days. Now it's 15 days, but 3 days ago, it became what's known as a safe zone. It's a safe city. And this city was really bad, really, really bad. We took 1,600 people out, hardcore criminals that will not be coming back anytime soon. And we're very proud of it.
1,600 people arrested, hundreds of guns been removed off the streets, and people are complaining and acting like that's a bad thing. So for the people that's watching this right now that looks at this as a bad thing, help me understand, how is this bad? How is this bad? How is it a bad thing for us to have safe streets? What's up, Heavenly Saint? We've been living in bad situations and bad streets for so long that we've normalized it. We got PTSD. We have PTSD, meaning that have y'all ever been to another country and went off at a resort and actually seen how the people was living? And the people live so bad, and they live so bad consistently for so long that that's just a normal way of living. Better yet, have y'all ever went into the projects? Have y'all ever went over a friend's house that was living in the projects? I remember I went over my homeboy's house, and his name was Maris. His name was Maris Mitchell. And Maris died. Me and Maris went to high school together. And I remember Maris said, "Hey man, come hang out with me, bro. You know, we always used to hoop together. We used to catch the bus, the Hamilton bus and stuff like that together." And he said, "Come and hang out with me, bro. Come kick it with me." And I said, "All right, cool." So I went over and I hung over Maris's crib, and I just couldn't believe what I had witnessed. I couldn't believe that kids and young people, you know, were actually living in squalor, and their parents was nowhere to be found. When I went and hung out with Maris, it wasn't no parents around. I never met his parents. I never met an auntie or uncle or nothing. And he was just hanging out at the crib by himself. And he would go to school on his own and he would hang out, you know, and we would hang out until he had to go home. And then it was school. For a lot of young Black kids, school is the place where they look forward to going to so that they can eat, so that they can have some sense of normalcy, so that they can hang out with friends. When they go home, going home for a lot of children is the problem. Going home is the problem. They don't know how to exist without guns and stuff like that. I say it all the time, man. It wasn't until I was in my 20s when I first moved out of my childhood home, which it wasn't as bad when I was young, but once I got into a teenager, it was like it just got exponentially worse. And I was like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old when I finally moved out, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. And the reason that I couldn't sleep was because I was so used to hearing sirens and police and rumbling and gunshots and raid vans and all of that type of stuff in the hood. And all I was hearing was like grasshoppers and, you know, the little, you know, whatever them sounds are that they making and, you know, or whatever. When you live in a good neighborhood, I didn't hear nothing. And it took me about a week to adjust so that I could actually sleep. And when I look back at it now as a 43-year-old, crickets, whatever all of this stuff is, right? And I couldn't sleep. And I remember the first day that we went out, because I had moved after I had got carjacked. I never went back, right? So we bought a new house, moved, and all of that stuff, right? And I remember it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night because it was like a Wednesday that we moved. And it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And we was like, all right, y'all, you know, thanks for helping me move. I'm about to go treat y'all. And we drove and we had to drive miles because everything was dark and it was nothing happening out there. And that was the first time in my life that I realized that everybody actually goes to bed before 9 and 10 and 11 o'clock during the week. I had never experienced it before. I said, why is everything closed? Ain't nothing, because we used to Coney Islands being closed, 24-hour spots. You go there, it look like it's a restaurant just popping in the daytime. Coney, all of that. I said, what? And this is the honest to God on everything true. I said, what is everything? Why is everything closed? Gas stations was closed. Everything was closed. Everybody went home for the night. And I said, this is crazy. I thought it was crazy that people actually shut their business down at 9, 10, and 11 o'clock at night and nothing was open and nothing was happening. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was crazy. Used to hearing the fire trucks, used to hearing all of that stuff. It was weird. Silence was nervous for me. And that's what they used to dealing with in Baltimore, Chicago, inner city of Detroit, and different parts of these places. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying when we have these conversations, we got to understand, we know that there are good parts of all of these places, right? We know this. So you automatically understand that this is only applicable to the places that have the killings, right? The Los Angeleses. In Miami, it's a bunch of people that be dying. Go over to Little Haiti. Go over there and see what happened. Crackheads everywhere. Now, the Miami that they're going to show you on the streets on Brickell is much different than the Miami that they dealing with over there in Overtown. It's different over there. Go under the bridge. Go under that bridge right in Overtown and see what you see. It looked like the Carter under there. I've never seen no junk like that in my entire life. Go under the bridge in Overtown. It looked like the Carter. It looked like the Carter.
You know, to have our nation's capital lose every week, you know, it's like years, many years where every single week somebody was killed for many consecutive weeks. This went on for years. And then we had last week, it was announced that nobody was killed last week. And I made that announcement in front of a very distinguished leader of a country. And I'm saying proudly, ladies and gentlemen, nobody was killed in Washington, D.C. this week. He looked at me like, what's that all about? I say, yeah, we have a little bit of a crime problem, and we don't have a crime problem in Washington anymore. And the mayor has been very helpful, and the police commission has been very helpful, and it's been a great team. And I would love to have Governor Pritzker call me. I'd gain respect for him and say, we do have a problem, and we'd love you to send in the troops, because you know what? The people, they have to be protected. I saw today on one of your networks, not a friendly network, except really the opposite, I would say, very unfriendly network. And they interviewed about 12 people on this morning. Most of them were African-American, who were Black. And they were saying, please, please, please let the president send it. These were people from Chicago. Please, we need help. We need help. We can't walk outside. We're petrified. If the governor of Illinois would call me up, I would love to do it. Now, we're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country. And that includes Baltimore. I saw where Governor Moore.
Let me show you something. This is a video that I did a long time ago when I was rocking in Miami, when I was living in Miami. When I lived in Miami, I was really out in the streets, and I always explore every single part of different. Okay. Do you see this? I want y'all to look at this. This was in the dark side of Miami. Now, the parts that they don't show you when everybody is jumping in their Lamborghinis and their Ferraris and their Rolls Royces and all of this stuff, I'm going to just stop it right here. This is at 3 o'clock in the daytime. This is my video. 3 o'clock in the daytime. I had to go into the archives and pull out the video. This is Miami, bro.
Do you ever speak with your kid?
Yes, I do.
This is 3 o'clock in the daytime, bro. In the streets, bro.
All right.
Going through walking in, but they're completely oblivious to different tourists, and you know they're from all over, but they're completely oblivious in that they have no idea what's right on the other side of what's been popularized or what's showing on Yelp and
on one side of the street, literally on one side of the street is tourists, fun, parades, food trucks, and all of this stuff. Bro, you go two streets over, literally you 2 streets over, you in a whole different world, boy. You in a whole different world. The streets, the middle of the street is clean. It's a different world, bro. It's a different world. And so when I tell people, listen, man, listen, we need the National Guard, or this is what it's really like in Miami, or this is what it's really like in Chicago, or this is what it's really like in Baltimore, or this is what it, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a whole nother space. So when Trump comes on and he said, hey, listen, we need to actually send the troops in because we're not supposed to be living like this inside of the United States of America, he's absolutely right.
Moore was asking me to take a walk down the street of Baltimore. Well, Baltimore is a very unsafe place. It's rated number 4 in the city, one of the most unsafe places anywhere in the world. But, you know, we took care. This was a beautiful thing that happened in Washington because we showed that it could be done. And this wasn't just sending big, strong guys, and they are big and they are strong. You know, we had a great decision from the Supreme Court that had to do with sort of talent. It had to do with you are put down based on merit. You can hire based on merit. So merit for a soldier or for a policeman is strong, physically fit, something, having a certain ability, not a person that is woke and got the job through woke, but wasn't strong enough to lift a gun out of the holster, et cetera, et cetera. No, I looked at the police. As you know, last week I went over, we had a meeting with, there had to be 300 people, and they were all very impressive looking. And when the bad guys see them, they're not going to do a thing. And so I'm very proud of Washington. It serves as a template, and we're going to do it elsewhere. But Chicago is certainly going to be high. I would love to have him call. I would love the governor of Illinois. I'd be honored to take his call. All he has to do is say, sir, we need help. It's out of control. And everyone knows it is. He's not kidding anyone.
And here's the worst part about it. If you didn't have the social media today, because I know that social media is bad in a lot of ways. I'm gonna admit it. Like, it's a lot of toxicity. It's a lot of porn. It's a lot of people doing stuff that they're not supposed to do on the internet. They searching for little kids. They using dating apps, and they targeting whatever, right? But there's also good that happens on social media, because a lot of you guys would never have visibility into the stuff that we've been doing. See, again, my earlier content, I was documenting stuff. I was in the streets. I've seen what's happening in Detroit. I've seen what's happening in Miami. I've seen what's really happening everywhere. And so it is the social media people that actually has brought visibility to the stuff that is happening in the streets. It's not the national media. It's not the local media. It is the people like me, the people every single day that is in the streets, that is giving it to you raw and uncut, and showing you and having this conversation of what's happening. So when I seen a bunch of y'all get behind defunding the police based off of propaganda that was given to you from the Democrat Party, I was disappointed in you guys, because I'm like, what are y'all doing advocating for something that's just going to make the people that's actually going through it lives worse? Y'all don't know what it's like to deal with this type of stuff. Y'all ain't never lived. A lot of y'all apparently have forgotten, or you haven't lived in these places. You need more police, not less. You need more policing, not less. And it makes me sad, because when I see the Governor Pritzkers and the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, jump up there and say, oh man, no, we don't need you to come in and fix our community. 57 people got shot last weekend. Are you smoking crack? I have to know that you are aware of what is happening in the streets, because you're the mayor of the city. You can't tell me that you're not aware of what's going on in the streets. Are y'all serious right now? Are you serious? Y'all let protesters come in, it's not even from y'all neighborhood, come in and tell you that y'all need to defund the police while they got plenty of police officers and policing in their communities. Y'all let them finesse y'all.
I would love to have, I would say, Governor Moore call, because I watched him over the weekend trying to explain that Baltimore, what they need is housing. No, they don't need housing. They need to get rid of the criminals. These are hardcore criminals. You know, we took many people off the streets of Washington, D.C. They're hardcore. They're not going to be good.
Eric D says, no way, need way more police, but you have to fund this. People complain about taxes being raised. Well, that's because we not putting the money where it's supposed to go. Eric D, God, listen, you and I both know when you was here while I was covering it, they spent billions across the United States of America on illegal migrants and illegal migrant sheltering. They spent billions, bro. We are spending trillions of dollars on propaganda outside of the United States of America. It's not that we need to tax more. It's that we need to know exactly where the money is going so we can put it to the places that it's actually supposed to be in. This ain't nothing new, bro. They don't, the amount of taxes that we pay versus the amount of taxes that goes to the things that's meaningful it's a gulf. It's an ocean. It's an ocean between what we pay versus what it is that they actually divert towards the things that's meaningful. That's just the facts. You was here when I covered all of the hundreds of millions of dollars that Chicago was giving over into these ghost companies. I went through all of the documents. I went to their websites. I researched the companies and went to a daddy and, man, who is these staffing companies? Who is these nursing companies that they're giving $100 million contracts to in the city of Chicago. You telling me that we can't get police officers? At the very least, we can't have public safety? Public safety? It's not a funding problem. It's a theft problem. This is a theft problem. Why y'all got 50 aldermen when you can put 40 more police officers on the street and get 10 aldermen? I'm telling you, bro, most of these places, they need to clean house. They need to clean house. Everybody just needs to go and they just need to start all over, bro. It's so much corruption, unions getting payoffs, government contracts, propaganda. They spending money. They spending $3 million to research. What do you mean you spending $3 million to figure out what the research is? What? Research what? Well, we need to figure out what we need to do later. So we're going to spend $3 million to do that.
10 years, in 20 years, in 2 years, they're going to be criminals. They were born to be criminals, frankly. They were born to be criminals, and they're tough and mean, and they'll cut your throat, and they won't even think about it the next day. They won't even remember that they did it. And we're not going to have those people. Washington, D.C. is now a safe zone. It's a safe place. And you can walk, Katie, you can walk right down the street with, by the way, one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen, which is her husband. He was a football player for like 11 years in the NFL. He's a big person. But big doesn't mean anything when they have guns and when they have knives and everything else that they have, right? But you can walk right down the street, even by yourself, and you're totally safe. Washington, D.C. is a great thing. Yes, ma'am, please.
Calling on Democratic leaders across the country to work with you on crime. Do you see your efforts here in DC, including, for example, working with Mayor Bowser here as a model for bringing more bipartisanship in matters not only with crime, but also issues that matter to everyday American people's lives?
So Mayor Bowser's been great. She could have taken the thing, oh, well, and then after I clean it up, they'll take credit for it. You know what they do is they take credit. Like we cleaned up Los Angeles. We did a great job there. And it was overwhelming what was going on. And again, the police chief made a statement that we could not have done, there's no way they could handle it. You saw what was happening out there. It was going to be a disaster. We stopped it cold. If we didn't do that, would have been a very sad day. And, you know, remember, we have the Olympics, we have the World Cup, we have all these things coming, and we have 250, all of these things coming. But I watched Newsom get up and say he's doing a great. He's not. We're the ones that did it, and that's okay. Whatever it takes. But the main thing is But he got up and said we did it. Well, he didn't want us there, and he's going to need us again because it's starting to form again. I see it. It's starting to form again. You know, we have to maintain. It's like maintenance on an airplane. You can buy it, but you have to maintain it. And if you don't maintain it, a good plane becomes very unsafe very quickly. So. It's an honor to do it. It's a lot of presidents wouldn't do what I'm doing. I don't need this heat. But when I watched television last night and I'm watching the news and I see that 9 people were killed in Chicago and 54 were badly wounded with bullets, I say, that's not this country. We have to do something.
Yeah, that's a problem. Honestly, that's a problem. Respectfully, regardless of how you may feel about Trump himself, I don't know how we can all disagree that that's not a problem. That's a problem. That's just a problem flat out all across the board. That should not be a thing. Ain't no way in the world where we should have 54 people shot in one city over a weekend. Over a weekend. A weekend. Not the year, not a month. A weekend. And you can predict it. It's so available, it's so predictable at this point. They know that it's coming and they can't do anything about it, and they're not asking for help for it. You know it. Oh man, soon as it get warm outside, it's gonna be 50 people shot minimum. Minimum. Just chalk it up on the board. 50. Check mark. 50 people shot, minimum. Let's just go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Do you know how many people that is to catch bullets in a weekend in one city? Do you know how many people that is to catch bullets? 14-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 30-year-olds, women. 5 women was shot in one drive-by. 5 women. And then you got all of the services that's going to cost. Police is going to cost more. Firefighters, ambulances, right? Hospital bills, recovery services, GoFundMe's, funerals. It's a racket. It's a racket. It is a racket. That's disgusting. Everybody should be disgusted at that. That's not even something that we should be going back and forth about. Everybody should be disgusted at this. Everybody. That's a lot of people, bro, to catch bullets. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel with any notifications. Let me read some more of these super chats. Treesh Metaphor says, Time, I wrote you when you still ain't calling. You want me to call you? What you want me to call you about? Shout out to state of Kansas, Highway Patrol. Shout out to the state of Kansas. Sent me the Highway Patrol and sent me some more stuff. Shout out to everybody that sent me merch. Shout out to everybody that sent me merch. I'm about to put me some, make me some shirts with some merch on it. Shout out to the state of Kansas and the Highway Patrol. I love y'all. Shout out to my state troopers in Kansas, Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I love my police officers and I love my people that is keeping our community safe. That keeps our community safe. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that sent me stuff. What else shout out to? Y'all be sending me stuff all the time. I'm gonna have to start acknowledging some of these people. Hello, Anton. You may not remember, but I'm the Christian designer with the clothing line. I wanted to send you a gift. You gave me a piece of advice during your live stream. You said you are a Christian that designs clothes. I wanted to let you know that I took your advice and it opened up new doors for me. I began networking, and I will be a vendor at some conventions coming up this fall. This is a token of my appreciation for you giving me that little nugget of advice. I made a unique shirt just for you that I folded inward because I would love to get your live reaction to one of your episodes of the Millionaire Morning Show. I'll listen while I'm at work. If I happen to miss it live, I will watch the rerun. Might make you laugh, but I think you will love it. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm literally looking at it in the package. Might make you laugh, but I think you will love it. God bless you and your family. I would love to hear from you someday. Sincerely, Bossman. Shout out to Harold Bossman for custom orders from Hollow Journey Streetwear. Bam, that's it right there. If y'all want more information and y'all want to get in touch with Harold Bossman from Hollow Journey Streetwear, you can holler at them. Custom orders as available. And Orlando, Florida, hit them on WhatsApp, and that is the founder, and that's the letter. Shout out to Harold Bossman, all right? Let's see what you got, Harold. I'm opening this up live before I go to the next part of the show. This is why it's important to own your own stuff, because I can do this and can't nobody tell me what to do. All right, let's see what we got, Harold. Okay, I see the logo in the inside. I see the logo in the inside. Now, Harold, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, Harold. What you got going on? You sent me 2 shirts? Send me the limited edition joint first. All right. Oh, snaps, Harold. I love this. Yeah. Yeah, this is dope. All right, Harold. Yeah. I like this. This is got the logo on the back. This is dope, Harold. Oh man, that's dope. This is dope. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is dope. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know that this was gonna be this dope. Shout out to Harold. Okay. All right, let me put up your information again for the people. Come and holler at Harold Bossfield, the founder in the building. I'm gonna try to do more. Y'all send me stuff all the time. I'll be so busy. I'm gonna try to do more doing it. You know what I'm saying? You got the logo on the back of this one. I like the logo. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, I see you, Harold. If y'all want custom orders, make sure y'all go and holler at Harold in the building. I love it. 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 Shout out to you, bro. Okay. All right. I like that, Harold. I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah, I'm going to start doing more openings live for y'all. Y'all never know when I'm going to do an opening live. All right. Nice, Harold. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. I don't get paid for this. This is just me just being nice and just showing off people's stuff. And I looked at that was authentic. That was some straight up stuff right there. So shout out to you, Harold. I appreciate you. They call me Mr. Bibb. Says I told my wife to start at 1 hour and 39 minutes for last night's show. I don't know what happened at 1:39. The manager says, "Hey, D just joined the 40 club." And yo, shout out to the. I was telling a girl yesterday. You look so good, the manager. I was telling the girl yesterday when I went to my spot. And I was walking in and she said, "Hey, you want some cake? You want some cake?" And I said, "Yeah, I want some cake. Give me some cake." So I took the cake or whatever. And then I went back downstairs in order to make sure that they got my keys to park my car in the valet. But anyways, long story short, she said, "I just turned 30. I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Oh, man. When you turn 40, it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. 40 is the best decade ever. 40 is the best ever, 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 ever. You are going to enjoy it, the manager. Congratulations. Welcome to the 40/40 Club. Supreme by Nature TV says, "Am I automatically a bag chaser when I join the Patreon?" You absolutely are. That's what we do with the bag chasers. That's what we do with the chasers. All productions in the building. Shout out to you and welcome to all of the new bag chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Makari says, PSA, kind of off topic, but the purpose of the press conference was Space Force headquarters in Alabama. Yep, I'm familiar with that. I took the Elon Musk fork in the road and moved to Huntsville, Alabama back in May. Huntsville is the DC of the South for cyber engineers, etc. Makari, that's because you playing the game that we talk about inside of the Patreon on a regular basis. You're anticipating where the money is, and that's where you make your moves at. Congratulations and shout out to you and thank you for the 50 ball. I appreciate you. Do the Right Thing says, "Good morning, AD. So I trained a CBD officer and she told me they're not only down 4K officers, but they just stopped giving overtime unless there's a staff shortage." That's because they're missing money. That's because they're going to file for bankruptcy. The Greatest Black Man says, "Since you're speaking about N-word behavior, have you done a reaction to the review of the father and son brawl at the KSU game in Ireland?" I'm not familiar with it. I don't be familiar with some of this stuff unless y'all send it to me. Carrington Love Jr. says, "F cats. I know a kid from my childhood community named Linwood." Yeah, I know where Linwood is. I know where Linwood is. He always standing outside at night. And if you go there since he was like 7 years old, he's 16 now. I used to buy him food every day. Yeah. Deacon Weezo, the comedian, says, "Why would anyone be against making the hood safe? Because they're going to mess up the money." Layla Good Song says, "Hello, Anton. I love what our president is doing, but will it stick? I love watching and listening to you crack up, but you tell the truth and you want me." I think that, listen, I don't think that it's whether or not it stick. I think it's making a blueprint for what we should do inside of these communities and breaking the curses of what our cultural norms are. It's up to the communities themselves to ultimately change. And I'm not just talking about public safety. I'm talking about voting. I'm talking about the people that's supposed to be shepherding the community, who we look to as our leaders, how we parent, what our schools and our communities look like. It's up to the people. The president can't do everything. The president is just going to give you the blueprint and make sure he does what's best for the country. So hopefully it sticks over a period of time, but you got decades of a negative mindset that is set into the community, and it is a form of PTSD. What up, Sarge? Says morning, AD. Appreciate the value that you bring us. Appreciate you. Donnell says, what's up, AD? As a chaser, where can I get that hat? You got to hit up Slimmy. You got to hit up Slimmy. Slimmy is the one that got the hats, y'all. Joshua Mean says, are you open to trying cookies? What kind of cookies? Yeah, I mean, shout out to my dog. Was it Cartez Cookies with a K? James Greg Reeves says, Harold sent one hell of a shirt, man. I don't think that the chat expected that King shirt. I didn't expect it. Harold, you did your thing. You did your thing. Thank you to McCory. Thank you to everybody that support the platform. I appreciate y'all. Boss Man says, glad you liked it, AD. Just finished screaming like a fangirl. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was dope. It's dope. Let me also acknowledge some of the cash apps. Molly, what are you doing? Molly, what are you doing sending me all of this money? Molly, what are you doing sending me all of this money for the collection plate? Molly, you're not gonna keep on sending me these bags like this. Do y'all know that Molly sends me so much money, bro? Y'all don't realize how much money Molly done sent me, yo. If I showed you, I can't show you. I can't show you. I don't want to do that. Molly has sent me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. That's a fact. This is 100% fact. Molly has sent me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, bro. I'm keeping it 100 with you. This girl done sent me more money. I'd be like, girl, why is you sending me all of this money? Why are you sending me all of this money? Molly, listen, Molly y'all don't really know what our relationship like. Molly is different. Molly is different. I'm telling y'all don't understand. See, y'all think y'all know her because what y'all think that she talk about on the panel. These Michigan girls is different. These Michigan girls is different. I'm telling you, they different. Trump needs to send an Aqua Teen Hunger Force to protect Chirac. Also, think Chirac mayor hate hood in words more than me. He trying to take y'all out. He trying to take y'all out. Trying to take y'all out. Shout out to my girl Molly. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the bag chasers. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Naomi, you a Michigan girl too? I know. I can tell. I can tell. What up, Naomi? What up to my Naomis in the building? I love y'all. I love my Michigan girls. Key, you know I love my Michigan girls, right? You know I like my Michigan girls. Yeah, it's different. They different. These Michigan girls is different. They're on a whole nother wave. They're on a whole nother way. I got to give y'all credit where credit is due. I do. Anyways, what y'all want to talk about next? I'm gonna let y'all determine what's going on. We can go to. Y'all want to go to Governor Pritzker's response to Trump while we here? Let's go over to Pritzker. Let's go to Pritzker. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because I know that Pritzker and what's his name? Brandon Johnson. Let's see what they got to say. Pritzker responds to Trump. Make sure I get the best one. Give me a second. I'm making sure I get the best one. Is this it? All right, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one because I see Brandon Johnson was standing there right behind. So
what we know as of today and speak frankly to the people of Illinois. Rumors have been swirling about what the White House has planned, and sifting fact from fiction has been increasingly difficult because Donald Trump's administration is not working in coordination with the city of Chicago, Cook County, or the state of Illinois. I want to take a moment at the top of my remarks to note how truly extraordinary it is for the federal government to refuse to coordinate with local law enforcement and government. Our state police regularly works with the FBI, the ATF, the DEA to go after gangs and gun runners and drug cartels. Under previous White House administrations, we regularly received notice and worked together on crime-fighting operations. This city has hosted major political conventions, flashpoint events like the NATO conference, and huge sports and entertainment gatherings over the years and across many presidential administrations. All those events required significant coordination between all levels of government. Some, like the Democratic National Convention last year, even required a limited deployment of the Illinois National Guard for broad security purposes, including especially preventing terrorism. For that 4-day event, there were conversations and meetings that began 1 year before the convention between my office, the mayor's office, the county board president's office, CPD, state police, the FBI, the Secret Service, and the Department of Homeland Security. The mayor and I were briefed at the highest levels of government, and we pledged unwavering support in the effort to pull off a convention that kept attendees safe and protected the rights of all citizens to express their First Amendment rights. The convention was a true success because of that collaboration. Fighting crime requires coordination. We have experienced nothing like that over the past several days and weeks. On Saturday, the head of the Illinois State Police received a phone call from CBP's Chief Patrol Agent, Gregory Bovino, indicating that ICE would be deploying to Chicago. It's the first outreach we have received from the Trump administration on this topic.
I'm gonna bring y'all up to speed on something that I may be privy to, that some of y'all that is new to this live stream, is new to this platform, and maybe even new to me, may not be familiar with. Okay, when Trump first got into office, the first thing that they did was they reached out to all sanctuary cities and blue cities, but specifically sanctuary cities that were hosting, hiding, and protecting illegal migrants. And one of the things that they said, not only Trump, but Tom Homan said was, listen, we want to work with you guys. This is a fact. This is not my opinion. They said, we want to work with you guys. Is it possible that when you arrest a criminal, especially an illegal migrant that is committing crimes against people in their communities, that you let us know and we want ICE to work with you? Do you know what they said? We're not interested in working with you. We don't want to work with you. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to have a conversation with you. And then they said that they're directing their police officers to absolutely positively ignore, I know, Zay, to ignore the Trump administration and Tom Homan, and that they did not want to work with the federal government in any capacity when it came to law enforcement. Now they're sitting there and saying, wait a minute, they never wanted to work with us at all. And this is how politicians lie. And do you know how it's so easy for them to lie? Is because they are depending on you on having a short memory. That's how lies work. They're depending on you to have a short memory because they know that you get bombarded with so much content and so many things and so many different talking points that eventually, when they come back and say, hey, listen, they don't want to work with us, you won't remember that the Trump administration has been looking to work with them since the very beginning of the time that they came into office. They were trying to coordinate with them before January 20th, when Trump got inaugurated as president of the United States of America. Let's continue.
Bovino was short on details and long on rhetoric. So in the absence of significant federal coordination, we've gathered information from unauthorized patriotic officials inside the government and from well-sourced reporters about Donald Trump's plan, which is to deploy armed military personnel to the streets of Chicago. I'm aware that the President of the United States likes to go on television and beg me to call and ask him for troops. I find this extraordinarily strange, as Chicago does not want troops on our streets. I also have experience asking the president for assistance, just to have the rug pulled out from underneath me when execution meets reality.
Do y'all know what that
refuse to
means?
play a reality.
Let me tell y'all what that means when he says that I asked the president for assistance. That means I want money. That's what that means. They don't want help. They don't want to fix the problem. They want to fix their budgets. They are not asking for assistance. They are asking for money. When he says that I asked the president for assistance, they are begging for federal dollars because Chicago, Illinois, and then the CPS, which is the Chicago Public School System, is desperate because they have multi-billion-dollar funding deficits because of their inability to be able to manage their funds and their resources effectively. So they are not asking for help. They are asking for a handout. Chicago's governor and mayor, Illinois governor, and then the mayor of Chicago are nothing more than overglorified crackheads. Got to get that Tej. Tej Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. My nails is a little bit unkept, so we're going to have to go ahead and get that Tej pack. Maybe you can get a free gift. Maybe get your free gift from Tej Hanley. Get your Tej Hanley free gift. All right? Chicago's mayor and Illinois governor are nothing more than crackheads. That's what they are. Anton, why do you call them crackheads? Well, because crackheads are the only ones that ask for help, but they lying to you. What they're actually saying to you is, listen, give me some money. When these people, listen, if you go down the street right now, and whatever it is at your most local community, I'm right here in the midst of it. I have my office and my studio right in Midtown, right in Midtown, right here downtown Detroit. I'm regularly, I take a path to get here, and I work with homeless people every single day that I'm in the city. I give away thousands of dollars every single week that I'm in the city, okay? When they have a sign or they say, hey, big bro, oh, big dog, can you help me out a little bit? Can you help me? The only reason I'm able to imitate this is because I see it every day. Oh, I know you got me. I know you got me. Oh, you want me? Wait. I watch your car. I watch it. That's crackhead activity. I watch your car while you go in the store. I know you're going to get some water. Want me to carry the water out for you? Oh, I got you. I got you, big dog. Hey! Then they start dancing in the street. They start doing jumping jacks. They do stuff because they excited. They're excited because they know that the money is coming. Right? Now, let's say hypothetically that, we different over here on the Millionaire Morning Show. Now, let's say hypothetically that I say, listen, Randy. So I know a crackhead, this man named Randy, right? Listen, Randy. His real name is Randall, but we call him Randy. Randy Dandy specifically. Listen, Randy. Because when he get real excited, he turn into Randy Dandy. Listen, Randy. I ain't got no money today, but I could buy you something to eat. That's what he says. That's what he. Nah, man, listen, I'm going to take you to anything that you want. You can go get something to eat. Well, no. Food. Attitude turned that back. Because he's not trying to solve, hey, man, I want to get you off the streets. Let me go ahead and get you some place to sleep, bro. I want to get you some services, some treatment services. Get an attitude with you right then and there. You know why? Because Randy Dandy does not want help. Randy Dandy wants money. That's why I say that these are your crackheads. These are the new crackheads. Politicians are crackheads. Broke politicians that run broke cities are the new crackheads. You know what a politician's job is? Do you know what Brandon Johnson's job is and J.B. Pritzker's job is? Their job is to figure out how to juice the numbers. Juice the numbers with crime, juice the numbers when it comes to community, juice the numbers when it comes to police, juice the numbers when it comes to begging, right? Do the census. You know what they're going to show up with? Hey, everybody take your census. Do your vote. You know why? Because then that gives them the ability to beg for more money from the federal government. They're going to beg for money for fundraising so that they can become governor and mayor. They're going to beg the money from the federal government. Hey, give us some more money because we short on money for our budget. COVID money. Their job is to beg. That is their job. They are over-glorified crackheads. J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson don't even like each other. And then you got the lieutenant governor over there, who I just learned about her the other day because I seen her pretending like she knows something. J.B. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson don't even like each other. J.B. Pritzker just told Brandon Johnson to suck his boop because Brandon Johnson was asking for 734. Actually, Brandon Johnson thought that he was going to finesse J.B. Pritzker. So J.B. Pritzker to Brandon Johnson is what Trump is to J.B. Pritzker. Brandon Johnson said, listen, we need $1 billion for schools. We need $1 billion for schools. Hey, JB, we need $1 billion for schools. J.B. Pritzker told Brandon Johnson to suck his cock. That's what he said, all right? Told him no. Deal with it yourself. But they are going to come together in order to come against Trump, and they don't even like each other. They don't even like each other, bro. That's a fact.
Reality game show with Donald Trump again. What I want are the federal dollars that have been promised to Illinois and Chicago for violence prevention programs that have.
What I want, let me play that again for the people in the back.
Been promised to Illinois. The game show with Donald Trump again. What I want are the federal dollars that.
What I want, I have never seen this before. And you know I haven't seen it before. I haven't reviewed it. I literally just came, hey, man, I heard J.D. Pritzker responded to it. What I want is money. Money. They don't want to fix it. Listen. For all of you Democrats, for all of you blue voters, for all of you liberals, for all of you people that love Jasmine Crockett and AOC and Brandon Johnson, and you voted for him to become all of these people. What they want is money. They want our tax money. When I say our, the federal government, we pay taxes into the federal government. I'm over there fighting with the IRS right now. They want our tax money. They don't want help. They want money, bro. I don't know how often I got to tell y'all this. They don't want help. They want money. I told you what they want. And now he's being direct with it. He's not being covert. He's not speaking in code word. He's not sending his delegates, not his constituents. What I want is money.
Have been promised to Illinois and Chicago for violence prevention programs that have proven to work.
Did I not tell y'all what violence prevention programs do the other day? If you was a part of the live stream, I broke that down for y'all the other day. I told you how violence prevention programs is monetizing crime inside of the community in order to keep these people's pocketbooks filled. It's a finesse. Violence prevention programs are the biggest Ponzi scheme inside of the communities. I said it. I know it's going to be some people that get mad at me because I messed up their money. Anton, you can't talk like that. Now I done made some new enemies. Community organizers, 501c3s, people that are basically begging for tax dollars, grant writers. I'm messing up their money right now. Violence prevention programs is the biggest finesse for the Black community. It's the way that they beg for money from the governors all the way up to the federal government. It is the way that they finesse money out of the community. Violence for prevention programs is the biggest scam. It's the biggest scam in the Black community, and they monetizing crime in order to do so. They're going to go out there. They're going to get their signs. They're going to give turkeys. They're going to do Instagram posts. They're going to make sure that they, show it. Then you're going to get Black people inside of the comments liking it and saying, see, look at y'all. Y'all really doing the work. Y'all on the ground. Y'all boots on the ground. Bro, these ain't nothing but felons and thugs that have rediverted saying that they doing stuff for the community, and really all they doing is begging for federal dollars. That's the truth. Yo, latest reformed thug that don't have no real skills, ain't got a degree, ain't got a job in years, used to be a former hustler in the streets. That dude is running around trying to get more grants and community dollars. And so the way that they do it is the same way that you do it when it comes to content creation, same way they do it when it comes to selling a product. They're marketing themselves on the internet so that they can get more community dollars, and then that's how they get in their bag. It's a Ponzi scheme. We pay the federal government. The federal government then pays all of these different programs. It usually comes through the cities. And so it's good for them to get in with the politicians. They got to smile with people. They got to do all of the community work so that they can go and get their dollars. Otherwise, they would be broke. They have no tangible skill. Zero. No tangible skill. Football programs, community services, turkey give. See, I give away my real money. I don't have I'm going to start one. I need to start a nonprofit because that scholarship program that I got going on, but that's coming out of my real money. They begging for money, bro. They beg. It's the biggest hustle ever. Now I know that it's gonna be some people that get upset at that, city to city, state to state, but y'all need to know what's going on in real life. And if you disagree with me, then tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where it's off. Tell me what community program where they spend 90 to 95% of the money on administrative costs, salaries, all of this stuff. Tell me what community program where 90 to 95% of the money, 90 to 95% of the money actually goes into the pockets of running the operations versus actually doing something good for the community. Oh, I know. And see, I'm not supposed to be talking like this. If I had somebody that controlled me, or if I wasn't 100% owned on my own, then I would be able to have somebody to tap me over the shoulder. Anton, don't say that. Anton, you can't say that. But I'm unhinged. I'm unleashed.
Is money that Illinois taxpayers send to the federal government. And it's an insult to any and every citizen to suggest that any governor should have to beg the president of any political party for resources owed their people. I'd like to ask a question of my own, and it's one the press should be asking as well. When did we become a country where it's okay for the US president to insist on national television that a state should call him to beg for anything, especially something we don't want? Have we truly lost all sense of sanity in this nation, that we treat this as normal? As I have done since becoming governor, I've been reflecting on my responsibilities to the people of Illinois. And one of those duties is to share with the public exactly what we know. In the coming days, we expect to see what has played out in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. to happen here in Chicago. First, Donald Trump is.
Why am I telling y'all this information? Why am I giving y'all the game on this? It's because y'all got to unlock yourselves from the Democrat plantation. Y'all think that this is a game about Democrats versus Republicans. It's not. It's about the platforms that Democrats stand on so they can continue to monetize, filling their pocketbooks and giving their friends these contracts and these community advocates. And then they get their kickbacks, obviously, too, that go along with that. It's all one big club. It's like being in a fraternity or a sorority. In order for you to be able to make a better decision when it comes to your political preferences, and not just your political preferences, so you could just be more educated so you can make better decisions. In order for y'all to do that, y'all need to understand the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Listen, I've been in the rooms. I know what's happening. I've seen the mayor. Somebody said Anton is curring his nails. No, it's just when I start fingering your girl, I don't want to have dirty fingernails, dog. I don't want to scratch her. I still finger bang. Y'all want me to derail? I still finger bang. Yes, I do finger bang. Boom, 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 boom. Gotta have them pretty fingernails. I still finger bang, boy. Yes, I do. And so I got to make sure that when I start finger banging your chick, that first of all, you don't want no nails. Secondly, you got to make sure that your hands is clean. Make sure you wash your hands. Don't put any lotion or anything on your hands after you wash them because that could mess her up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, as they get older, they become more sensitive to the type of soaps and the lotions that you use. And so I like to finger bang your chick. I'll finger bang a chick in a minute. Then put my hands on her face like this. Come here, girl. Now, if she do like that, then I know it's not safe. If she do like this, I know it's not safe. But if I finger bang her and then I put my hands on her face like this, and she do all of that, I know she ready. I know she ready. I'm trying to teach you the game, but y'all want to say stuff. Anton is curing his nails. Okay, well, I know how to punch back. See, I interact with the chat. It's a little different for me. Look at your girl getting turned on in the background. She watching behind you and she really getting hot and bothered. Nipples is starting to turn into arrows. She like that junk, and you don't even know it. Let me do my show and stop saying crazy stuff, and we won't have these type of conversations. Let me get back to JB Pritzker.
Positioning armed federal agents and staging military vehicles on federal property.
So you don't really know what I'm like in real life. I'm something different. In real life, I'm different, bro. In real life, I have your girl loving me so much. I will do so many different things that make her feel like a real woman. Oh, you got me on speakerphone? I'm sorry. You're right, Mom. All right. Thanks for correcting me. Back to the program. Let's get back to JB Pritzker.
Such as the Great Lakes Naval Base. It is likely those agents will be with ICE, Customs and Border Patrol, the Department of Homeland Security, and other similarly situated federal agencies. Many of these individuals are being relocated from Los Angeles for deployment in Chicago. We believe that staging that has already begun started yesterday and continues into today. Second, unidentifiable agents in unmarked vehicles with masks are planning to raid Latino communities and say,
Yeah. We heard it all before. I forgot this wasn't the Saturday show. You know, I got a different setup because I'm not in there. And so because this ain't the Saturday show, it's a little bit different. Don't worry about it. I got you. PG-13, we good. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. How about we go ahead and read some of the super chats and we get back on track then, huh? How about we read some of this? Read read some of the super chats so we get back on track. I ain't never heard people get mad. That's what y'all do. Y'all get mad at people for grooming. Let me guess. Y'all gonna tease people for brushing their teeth and flossing too. I got pretty teeth. See my teeth? Gorgeous. I got pretty teeth. Go to the dentist regularly. Love the dentist. Y'all gonna go off on people for making sure that they teeth clean too. Victory Podcast says, "What's good, Anton? It's my 6th wedding anniversary today. Congratulations." Do you have any advice for people thinking about getting married? My 6th. Okay, so you are already married. Do you have any advice for people thinking about getting married? Ooh. Yes. All right. Here's my first piece of advice. All right. Get a prenuptial agreement. And that's not a negative thing. It protects you and the person that you are in a relationship with so that y'all can focus on being in a great space. Get a prenuptial agreement. That's my first thing. Prenuptial agreement is the first thing that you need to get. All right. First thing that you need to focus on. Prenup. Okay. That's first. Let me give you a second one. Advice for getting married. Yes. If you do decide that you want to get married, then think about the thing that you don't like the most about the person and anticipate that happening. And if you can endure through it. If you're only there because you think that everything is going to be peaches and cream the entire time, then don't get married. Because you're going to have some ups and downs. There's going to be some things that happen. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to have great times, but it does mean that you got to figure out what you're willing to endure through. If that's not what it is, then you need to walk away. That's number 2. Number 3, and I'm going to give you another one. All right. Number 3, whoever it is that you're chilling with, whether you're married or you're not married, whoever it is that you're chilling with, make sure you spend 98, and I say this all the time, 98, 99% of your time on what you like about the person. And you tell them to do that also. You have to train them. Train the people to operate the way that they are supposed to operate. 98, 99% of your energy is supposed to be on the thing that you like about the person. 1 to 2% of the time is on the things that you don't care about. If there are things that you just don't like about the person, then don't get married. Don't get married. I'll give you a 4th one. People are going to change over time. If you plan on being with this person for any period of time, motherhood is going to change you. Fatherhood is going to change you. Money is going to change you. Circumstances is going to change you. Jobs is going to change you. Having money, being broke is going to change you. Parents and relationships is going to change you. You're going to change and evolve over a period of time. So when I see people say, "Oh, you wasn't like that when I met you," what did you think? That they was going to stay the same the whole time that you was with them? People is going to change. People are going to evolve and they're going to change. You have to change. If you're the same person that you was in high school, that's actually a bigger problem. So understand that you're going to have to be malleable and she's going to have to be malleable. There you go. Edgar Robinson says, "Morning, AD wanted to say After Hours last night was off the hook. I appreciate you and all of the people that was on the panel of After Hours. One love, guy." Thank you, Edgar. I appreciate you for tapping in. "How long has AD been married for?" says Slick Boss. I have been officially married. I have been officially married for 21 years. 21 years. I have been married since 2004. Yep. Graduated high school in 2000. Been married since I was 22 years old. I am 43. I have been married for 21 years. Eric Williams says, "Shout out to my Michigan family, Anton and Molly. Looking forward to coming to visit Grand Rapids and Detroit in 2 weeks. Can't wait." What up? What up, though? What up, though? Eric Williams. Malachi says, "Thank you, Truth Teller Anton from Central Illinois." What up to Malachi? Crown says, The San Jose mayor called out Gavin for his social media post. He's calling for Newsom to actually do his job. Oh, and he's a Democrat. Things are changing in California. It's being underreported. Tropical Empress and Spirit says, I sold my jewelry heirlooms to buy 21 complete meals for the community food bank for the holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I wondered if you so sweet. Listen, it's about what your intention is behind it. It's not necessarily about the heirlooms itself. So God bless you for that. You are a good person. Sounds like we need a Wednesday stream to meet. Y'all, we on Wednesday stream, Mr. Lott. Mr. Lott, what do you expect for me to do? You want me to stream tonight too? I told my daughter I would take her to the dentist today. Tonight, y'all want me to stream tonight? What would I stream about? If I stream tonight, what would I stream about? Look at TOVG. So this has been 19 long years for you. Yeah, boy. I know what you're talking about, big dog. What would I stream about if I stream tonight? And what channel would I stream on? I wouldn't stream on the Anton Daniels channel. It would probably have to be after hours. It would have to be after hours. Darth Anton? Oh, yeah, the Darth Anton channel. I forgot about that channel. All right, I'm going to read y'all super chat shortly. All right, so what we talking about now? What we going over to? Have y'all ever heard of job hugging? We're going to jump around a little bit. Have y'all ever heard of job hugging? I've never heard of job hugging before, but somebody sent this to me. And so I'm going to share it with you guys. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Y'all never heard of job hugging? All right. Well, no, I don't want to go into that yet because we're going to save the money talk shortly. So we'll get into that shortly. Let's get into Russia, North Korea, and Iran and Chinese military parade. Let's get into that. I want to share that with you guys. I forgot about that. Let's get into that first.
And center at today's massive military parade in Beijing was North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, who rarely leaves his own country, his nation known as the Hermit Kingdom. CBS News foreign correspondent Remy Inocencio joins us from our London bureau with what this all means. Remy, I think you've got experts looking over every single frame of video because it's so rare that we get to see the North Korean leader out of his own country. So what does his attendance really represent, and what are we seeing?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A lot of dissection happening here. This is a huge political victory for Kim Jong-un, Errol, that the world is now witnessing. He's leader of a pariah state that we know. He wants nuclear weapons, and we know that he sent 15,000 troops to help Putin invade Ukraine. And now President Xi Jinping has, in effect, welcomed him in from the cold, restored relations after about 6 years of no face-to-face direct contact.
Do you know the level of sacrifice that he's had to make in order to get into the good graces of China and Russia? All of these countries outside of China, and China to an extent too, are broken countries. Bro, he had to basically send his own troops to get slaughtered. Think about that. Kim Jong-un, right? Kim Jong-un had to send his North Korea had to send his own troops to get slaughtered in the Ukraine-Russia war in order for him to be welcomed into the open arms of China and Russia and Iran. Do you know how evil you got to be to want to be friends with these people? That's crazy. That is, all of these countries are reeling. All of these countries that you are witnessing right now are reeling. What does that mean? Well, first of all, a lot of people try to make it seem like China is really better than what it is. It's not. It's not. It is a country that financially is suffering. They need oil. And so what happens is they become interdependent on each other in order for them to survive, because they are not the economic powerhouse that they make themselves out to be. They need oil. Their real estate industry is reeling. They have been propping up their entire economy based off of what they're doing within themselves. And it is a communist country. And so what they did was they leaned into Russia. They told Russia, well, listen, we'll buy your oil because we know that you guys have sanctions and embargoes on you. And you guys have recently lost over 1.1, 1.2 million troops. And so these countries don't even like each other. China don't like Russia. Russia don't necessarily care for North Korea. Iran is just a sucker that just continue to be able to use whatever it is that they was using. And so everybody need each other. North Korea wants to be a superpower. They want to be recognized by the world. But at the same time, the leader wants to keep a tight grip on the country. And so what he's done is he's basically given his own troops to be slaughtered, because Russia is now having this propaganda that's being implicated across this entire country to try to get people to join in on the war. But they are losing so many troops that it's costing them more money every single day in order to recruit people to fight this war. Russia was looked at prior to them going to war with Ukraine as a superpower. Russia, because they had nuclear weapons and they were supposed to be super capable, they said that they was going to go into Ukraine and absolutely take over Ukraine in 2 weeks. 1 million troops dead later. It's all pride at this point. It's all pride. What we thought their technological capability wasn't what it was. Well, they still had to raise money. They still had to make money after getting cut off from the good graces of the rest of the world. And so they had to sell oil. Well, they need China to buy oil because China is a producer exporting nation that is largely depending on the rest of the world in order for their economy to thrive, because their real estate is absolutely collapsing. North Korea is always in trouble when they broke, and all of their people is suffering. And then we all know about what's happening in Iran. So now they all coming together to show military might at a military parade in Beijing in order to try to show solidarity against the United States of America. This is all just propaganda. Nothing more. Nothing more. This is all propaganda, nothing more. It's the truth. Like, I'm going to just tell you the real. International relations, all of this is a display. This doesn't mean anything whatsoever. Boy, if you don't think that Vladimir Putin was looking over his head when he seen them bombers flying over, when he was started having a conversation with the United States of America about a possible ceasefire, yeah, they flexing for the gram. That's it. All of this is propaganda. Flexing for the gram.
Context, you can take a look there. He is by President Xi's side for much of what we're seeing, even having a great seat right in front of Tiananmen Square right there at that huge military parade today. This is choreography that you're watching. This is Xi's message to the world that Kim is with me. Now, we spoke with North Korean expert Park Won-gon. He's in Seoul, South Korea, and asked him what Kim's biggest win is out of all of this. Take a listen.
The normalized relationship between North Korea and China, and it will help the North Korea's future discussion or dialogue or whatever with President Trump. And
the only thing North Korea had to offer was troops. Hey, listen, we'll send some of our troops over there to get slaughtered if we could be a part of y'all whole military parade and could be in your good graces. Hey guys, I'm here too. Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here too.
I think still there is a possibility that Trump would try to meet Kim Jong-un again.
So he's saying that China's restored support of North Korea could then help Kim meet Trump again. They already met 3 times, remember? Park also had a warning for...
It's the diplomats. This ain't nothing but the diplomats. China's Cameron. All right. China do have some capabilities, but China's Cameron. Russia is Jim Jones. Okay. Iran is Joel Santana. They thought that they had power until Trump came in and kicked their teeth out. And North Korea is J.R. Ryder. Everybody get a diplomat's chain. You get a diplomat's chain. You get a diplomat. Dipset. Everybody get a chain. You get a chain. You get a chain. You get a chain. You get a chain. That's all this is.
Washington, that Trump should not give up on the denuclearization of the North Korean peninsula. If he did, he said there would be a nuclear China, nuclear Russia, and then nuclear North Korea, and their government's all deeply anti-American.
And Remy, we've mentioned this hour, Kim's massive, slow-moving train heading into Beijing. He was joined by his daughter and sister on this trip. What's the significance of that?
Yeah, to the casual observer, Errol, one might think, oh, maybe this was a fun family trip to Beijing, but it might be that. However, it might also be dynastic tradition unfolding. And this is about Kim Jong-un's daughter, specifically, Kim Ju-ae. She's believed to be 12, maybe 13 years old on the right-hand side of your screen. This was her first known trip outside of North Korea. It's been tradition to bring future North Korean leaders, successors to China, so they can start building a relationship with Beijing. Kim's father and grandfather did the same. But one challenge, though, is that she is female, and North Korea, we know, is a patriarchal society. So,
yeah, he's having trouble. I heard he's having trouble having sons. And so, they got to start handing the reins over to the daughter because they don't want to have any kind of family squabbles, or they don't want to give up their dynasty. So, there's that over there also. Let's go over to CNN. We want to get it from a different perspective also, because we don't want to not see it from all lenses. You know what
We're
I'm saying?
watching live pictures tonight. Right now, a massive parade underway in Beijing as the Chinese President Xi Jinping is showing off his country's arsenal and military might to the world, and to the more than 24 foreign leaders who are there in person attending this military parade that includes those from Russia, North Korea, and Iran. In a speech just a few moments ago,
didn't the Iran president practically give up his boy butt to the Trump administration and into Israel over not going over there and absolutely wiping them out? Didn't they just get beat the F up over there in Iran? Didn't Iran just... Never mind. Let's continue.
President Xi warned that the world needs to choose, as he put it, quote, between peace and war. I want to get straight to CNN's Ivan Watson, who is live on the ground in Beijing. And obviously, Ivan, we're watching this play out and just seeing, how extensive this military parade is so far. What's clear to you from the message that China is trying to send tonight?
This is a message of strength. This is a message of victory. After all, they are commemorating the 80th anniversary of the surrender of Japan. China was a major battleground in World War II for 8 long years, to the tune of perhaps around 20 million Chinese casualties during the Japanese military's invasion and occupation of parts of China. And this is a demonstration to China and the world that China is strong, it can protect itself, and that Xi Jinping...
Is this supposed to be like impressive? Like, are we supposed to be, bro? Couple bombers, few drone strikes, we can wipe that whole thing out in like 30 seconds. Give us about 20 seconds, 30 seconds tops. Obviously, it's going to take some time to get there. You got to do staging. Wars ain't even fought like this no more, are they?
Jinping is viewing this parade and walking alongside Russian President Vladimir Putin to his right, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to his left. Those two very important guests, the VIPs, and demonstrating how important they are to Xi Jinping himself by placing them front and center during what is effectively a Chinese celebration here.
They need to loan some of these troops over to Russia so that they can go ahead and take some more out with their drone strikes. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications. What up to Country Boy Finesse says, I would like to start my own coffee line. Why? Why? Why do you want to start your own coffee line? What's the benefits? What's the tell me the pros and the cons. You want to start a coffee shop, you want to sell coffee, you want to start your own coffee line. There's so many other services that's way more profitable, bro. Honestly, so many things that's way more profitable. I wouldn't do it. High Tolerance says, salute AD in the bag chasers. I'm in the clouds, and you wildin'. Look her in the eyes while you pop her off with that thumb work one good time. I would feed into it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, you got a lot of competition, bro, and it's a lot of infrastructure things that got to go along with that. What we want to talk about next? Oh yeah, what's that, number 4? Let's go. Let's see, job hugging. I'll go to the job hugging next. Let's go to Salesforce. I heard that Salesforce is laying off 4,000 employees. Have y'all heard that Salesforce? Oh, I want to go over to all right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 3 more. First thing that we're gonna talk about is we're gonna talk about Ilhan Omar's net worth allegedly swelling to 30 million in a new disclosure. Have y'all heard about this? All right, let's deep dive into this. Somebody was sending this to me also, so I'm gonna deep dive into this.
Omar says she hasn't gotten rich while serving in the House, but her financial disclosure tells a different story. Chad Pergram joins me from Capitol Hill. Okay, the big number. How much is she worth, Chad?
Stuart, good morning. According to congressional financial disclosure documents, she may be worth anything from $6 to $30 million. Democrats often attack the rich, but now there is scrutiny of rapid wealth by Ilhan Omar. Business interests belonging to her husband saw significant gains. That's thanks to an investment in a California winery and Rose Lake Capital. Omar downplayed the earnings. She claims this is part of a right-wing disinformation campaign. Omar called the claim of wealth, quote, categorically false, even though she listed it on her own financial disclosure report. Congressional ethics rules mandate financial reporting, but that can be deceptive.
Well, I think there's some real questions about the financial disclosure form and whether or not it gives enough of an accurate picture of what a member has, both in terms of net worth and the degree to which they're engaging in trades, et cetera. Obviously, we're trying to ban stock trading by members of Congress.
There has long been scrutiny of Omar and her finances. This dates back to when she married Tim Minott in 2020. He served as Omar's campaign consultant. Omar is getting backup from the top Democrat in the House.
She says that this is a fraudulent story. Is there a problem with the filing system here, or do you still support her, or is this Republicans trying to attack her?
I'm certain that it's Republicans trying to attack her, but I'm not specific in terms of the information that has been presented, and I haven't talked to Ilhan Omar about it.
Now, earlier this year, Omar called herself a, quote, working mom with student loan debt.
Are y'all going for this? Are y'all okay? Before I break it down, are y'all going for it? Honestly, because I said I had this conversation with y'all yesterday, and it's almost like things are coming out as fast as I can say it. I had this conversation with y'all yesterday, and so y'all didn't want to hear me. Y'all wanted to just bros over it, go over it, whatever, so on and so forth, right? Now, remember, this is not our opinion, right? Because One of the things that I was always critical of is when people say, oh my God, Jasmine Crockett's net worth is this person's net worth is that, so on and so forth, right? And I'd be critical of that. And the reason that I'm critical of that is because you can't go by Google or Googling somebody's net worth or how much they worth. It's not necessarily accurate, okay? This is her own disclosure. This is her disclosure. This is not an opinion. This ain't a Google anticipation. This is her disclosure with her own husband. Now, what she has to push, and again, the Democrats got to do this. What they have to push to their constituents is, well, no, listen, I'm still struggling, student loans, I got to figure it out, whatever, right? In the meantime, they're married. Well, what does that mean, Anton? A lot of people will sit there and they will have a conversation with you guys and they'll say, there's no point in getting married. There's no point in getting married. When I first started having conversations with y'all, and this absolutely ruffled the feathers of so many people, I said, y'all don't understand that marriage is just as much of a business first as it is about love and a relationship. If you're not looking at it from a business perspective, then you're also doing yourself a disservice. Hey guys, I'm not necessarily doing anything. I'm not making any investments. I'm not trading anything. I don't know what my husband is doing. I don't tell him anything. Hey guys, what? I'm still a struggling student. He was just my campaign finance manager. We just got married. I only sleep with him in the house. I have no clue what's going on. My husband handles that. And to be honest with you, I make sure that I don't talk about anything that happens in the federal government to give them any kind of insight on what moves that they need to be making from a stock perspective. Bishop Bond says, you be crazy not to make money in office. Both sides do. Facts. Y'all wanted advice on marriage. Let me go back. Y'all wanted advice on marriage. You want some advice on marriage? Forget all of the stupid stuff that we talk about on a regular basis. Oh man, you know, is she a modern woman? Does she got kids already? Are you going to be a step crash dummy? Do you got your money up as a man? All of that other type of stuff. No, we having the wrong type of conversations. You want some marriage advice, Megan? You want some marriage advice? Go and marry you a congressperson. Go and get with you a person that's a governor. Go and get with somebody that's on the come up and on their way to being the next Obama. You want some marriage advice? Go and talk to your local politician. Go link up with him. That's your marriage advice. Y'all doing it wrong. You shooting for the scammer. You shooting for the rapper. You shooting for the dude that's going to be broke in 2 or 3 years. Even the basketball player, the football player, they're going to be broken 5 years on average. That's what the data and the statistics saying. You playing your game wrong. You should be shooting for the senator. Girl, what'd he do? What is his aspirations? Y'all playing the game wrong. Because he the person that's going to, listen, he going to leverage you. He going to leverage you. That's the real play. Come on, man. Dog, do you know how hard it is? How old is Ilya Emar? Let me see this. This chick is 42 years old, right? She's 1 year younger than me, probably the same age as me if her birthday hasn't passed yet. Let me see when her birthday is. October. Okay, so we the same age. We was both born in 1982. Me and Miss Omar was both born in 1982. Do you know how hard it is to get a net worth of $30 million? Do you know how hard it is to get a net worth at 42 years old as a person that considers himself business savvy, as a person that is the king of the bag chasers, as the person that invested in everything, built businesses, got a stock portfolio. I built houses for a living. Do you know how hard it is to get a net worth of $30 million? It is so hard. It is so difficult. She did it at 42 years old as a public servant. 42 years old as a public servant. Maybe I do need to run for office. I'm not even really interested in running for office. And I'm interested in putting another girl in a position to run for office. I don't want to be for office myself. I want somebody else to run for office. That's what I'm on. Forget that. Listen, get you a chick that can play the game, that you can put in a position to ultimately run for office so that you can leverage the insight and the insider trader information to know what's coming and make a lot of money as a result of it. That's what you should be doing. Fellas, y'all playing the game wrong. You keep on dealing with her because she a baddie. She's a fairy. Cause she know how to throw it back for a real one. Because she got a waist trainer on. Because she talk nice to you. Because she's peaceable. Forget that, nigga. Go get you a chick that you can put on a ballot somewhere and go get you a politician. Now, that is going to require for you to clean up your life too, because you know that they're going to be looking into people that she's associated with, but you're going to have to go and get you a chick that's in the office, bro. Y'all playing it wrong. Y'all, man, I want a chick that is light skinned. Boy, if you don't go get you an alien, go get you an alien. Go get you an alien. That's how you get it. That's how you run it up. 30 M's, 30 million. That's what they saying that she got, that she popping with.
Representative Ilhan Omar's net worth skyrocketed. A new report based on her latest financial filing shows her husband's company's value soared up to $30 million in 1 year. The Washington Free Beacon first reported that.
In 1 year. In 1 year. Oh man, my net worth skyrocketed. No, that's my husband. To call me a millionaire is categorically false. I hate politicians sometimes, bro. I absolutely do. The game of politics is so dirty. It's such a dirty game. It's such an evil game.
Follows Omar's denial that she's a millionaire. She claimed that she's been the subject of right-wing disinformation campaigns about her financial status.
According to Omar's 2025 Congressional Financial Disclosure Report, which of course covers 2024, the Minnesota Congresswoman and her husband's assets clocked in at up to 3,500% higher than in 2023. The details in the filing show the vast jump came from her husband, Tim Minette's two companies. Those are a winery in California and a venture capital firm. Combined, the Free Beacon reports that the companies had been worth only about $51,000 at the end of 2023.
A venture capital firm. Do you know what venture capitalism is, ladies and gentlemen? I want to make sure that we all on the same page here. It was a 10,000 there, and now it's over $30 million net worth. And this is their financial filings. These are their disclosure reports. Yo, listen, I got a venture capital firm. You know what a venture capital firm is? It's an investment firm. It's basically an opportunity for them to be able to invest in different companies. That's it. That's it. I got a venture capital firm. $51,000. Now it's worth over $30 million. You know what? That's categorically false to call me a millionaire. What?
It should be noted that while the company's values increased, the disclosures do not show the couple taking any income from the venture capital firm, and reported between $5,000 and $15,000 in income from the winery.
But the skyrocketing value is under scrutiny. The Spectator contributor David Seifer Jr. wrote, quote, Omar's financial disclosure is more than a tabloid headline. It's a cultural moment. Here is one of the loudest critics of capitalism, now sitting on the kind of wealth that capitalism makes possible.
Rising has reached out to Congresswoman Omar's office. Meanwhile, on Blue Sky,
Various users were downplaying the report and said there was nothing suspicious about the situation, and Omar was doing nothing more than listing her husband's growing wealth.
He went from 51 bands from he went from 51,000 to 30 million in a few years. And y'all, you know what's so funny about the whole thing is because y'all will be sitting here just criticizing regular every people that's trying to figure it out and run up a bag. I'll make a couple little $100,000, a little deal or whatever, and then they be trying to, I can't believe it. Why aren't you doing something for the community? And you know what the finesse is? Oh man, that's just what it is on paper. Well, of course. Why would you take income from it, but then you would have to pay taxes on it, and then you would have to disclose how much you made from income from the actual business itself, and just instead of stating the value of the portfolio that you have, your assets. So dirty, bro. So dirty. Y'all looking at the picture so small, so minuscule. They so busy chasing you around that they don't even realize that the politicians are the ones that are stealing all of the money. They distract y'all. Listen, that's the reason why it's so many distractions. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's the truth. They distract y'all because they know that the more that they keep you occupied, the less that you're going to focus on whether or not they're running up a bag, bro. Everybody rich? Everybody rich that's a politician? Everybody rich? And she gonna stay right there where she at because all of her people is gonna keep her in place because nobody cares and nobody is actually gonna do anything about it. Let me move over. I want to switch over real quick to Salesforce. Y'all know what it is, man. Why y'all acting crazy like y'all don't understand what's going on? It ain't like y'all gonna not vote for or y'all gonna not rock with it. Y'all know what it is, bro. Y'all know what's happening. Salesforce, y'all, let's get into it. Salesforce is allegedly laying off of 4,000 people. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Employers in the Bay Area is cutting thousands of jobs because of AI. So
let me start this right now. Salesforce is one of the biggest employers in the Oakland Bay Area. Remember when the dude was coming up here flexing, Anton, our property values is crazy out in California and Oakland compared to what it is that you're dealing with in Detroit. Okay, cool. Salesforce is laying off 5,000 people over there in the Oakland area. Don't worry about it, big dog. Salesforce came into Oakland and said, listen, let me talk to you for a second. You come here and let me give you this pink slip. You come here and let me give you this pink slip. Time to go. I know Oakland is tired. Oakland is tired. The Bay Area is tired. I know y'all are exhausted. Y'all can't even lean on big tech no more in order for y'all to have jobs.
what should you be doing if you're worried about losing your job? Let's bring in our business and tech reporter, Scott Budman. This isn't just a worry about the Silicon Valley or tech workers. This could be widespread.
Right. Very true, Raj. I mean, at this point, AI and tech are linked because of all the money involved, because of the technology. And let's be honest, a lot of the hype that's involved here. But machines that can handle certain tasks are being used a lot, and they're taking the place of humans. Salesforce has been on the front lines of the AI revolution, building what it calls Agent Force to boost its customer service. Now the company, a longtime Bay Area tech giant, says it will cut 4,000 jobs. Salesforce tells NBC Bay Area because of the benefits and efficiencies of Agent Force, we've seen the number of support cases we handle decline, and we no longer need to actively backfill support engineer roles.
There have been layoffs all over America directly attributed to AI.
What did I tell y'all was going to happen? I've been telling y'all, I've been warning y'all for a long time. I've been warning y'all for a long time. These support roles, engineering roles, AI is becoming so efficient to where it don't even need you anymore. It don't even need you. Do y'all know what Salesforce is? Do y'all know what Salesforce does? Some of y'all are not even familiar with Salesforce. All right, so Salesforce, I'll give you an example of some of the software that Salesforce deploys. ConocoPhillips is cutting 20 to 25% of its global workforce to between 2,600 and 32 employees. All right, I'm going to check that out in a second. Salesforce, well, it does multiple things, but some of the things that it does, for example, is when you call into a call center, for example, right? In the banks, we use Salesforce for our agents, for our desktop agents, right? So let's say, for example, somebody you call in and they say, hey, man, I can't log in. I'm missing my password, or hey, man, I'm having problems with this or whatever in the call center. Well, what they'll do is they'll use Salesforce software to then trigger a different response depending on whatever it is that they got going on. So let's say, for example, they give you this map of things that's already programmed into the system, into the software, that allows for you or directs the customer service to answer certain questions while at the same time documenting what the problem is, so that we can use that data and information to design better systems and or create a better program, or it informs us of what we're supposed to do when it comes to the call center itself. What time, what problem are most people having, all of this stuff. And so all of this stuff is programmed or is mapped out in Salesforce. When you call, it automatically connects to Salesforce. Salesforce directs the agent to then answer your question according to whatever it is that they're selecting and what you're saying at the time, while at the same time it's documenting it and it's letting us know on the back end exactly how we need to design the system a lot more efficiently so that we can make it easier for the sales agent and we can get better numbers. That's one of the things that that Salesforce does, right? And so when you think about that, a lot of companies, when they have problems a lot of times, and they try to figure out, well, what is the issue? A lot of times it comes back to humans. It comes back to humans. Humans are the biggest problem because somebody gonna get an attitude. I know I call in sometimes and I know that I'm talking to some woman that's working from home on a regular basis. Salesforce uses it to track customer contacts as well. Yeah, you can use it for multiple different things. That's just one example. I call somebody, I could hear her. I could hear her little baby in the background. I could hear people playing video games in the background. I could hear the customer service. Now, she don't know that I am aware. She probably think that they cool. I used to go over my little homie's house sometimes, and I would go and check on them. Hey, man, what y'all got going over here? Both of them work from home. There was brothers. They lived with each other. And so they moved out and got their own place together, and I went and checked on them, and both of them worked for the same company. One of them got the other one a job. And so they playing video games the whole time until they get a call. Then they get a call. Hey, what's going on? Hey, put their headset on. You turn it down. Turn down the video game, bro. Turn it down a little bit. Man, you see I'm taking a call. The biggest problem with the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis is the biggest thing that we have a problem with. When y'all complain and say, man, I hate this or I hate dealing with this, then at the same time, y'all say something like, but I can't believe it's taking all of these jobs. Well, they have to automate the process. They make it more streamlined. They make it easier. Man, some of the stuff I've been doing with AI lately, I've been just amazed, bro. I've been amazed at the stuff. And so what Salesforce is doing is leveraging AI in order to make their products more efficient while at the same time trying to increase their profits and their customer base. And Salesforce isn't laying off because they're struggling. Salesforce is laying off because they're trying to add value in the shareholders. Salesforce is trying to increase the value of the company because their obligation is not to the employees. Their obligation is to whoever it is that's invested in the companies. Absolutely. 100, and AI will never call in sick. That's true. AI will never call in sick. That is true.
HR consultant Lori Rudiman says AI is affecting jobs in several fields. She says if you want to stay employed or are looking for work, new skills are needed, not just contacts.
If your network could get you a job, it would have done it already. It would have done it yesterday. So it's on you to really expand your vision, expand your horizons, to meet new people.
As for AI itself,
this is a giant hype cycle.
Analyst Ed Zitron says it's being blamed by tech companies that overhired during the lockdown and are now looking to lure investors by claiming to be more efficient.
It's not a hype cycle. It's not. Listen, I've seen a lot of hype cycles. I've seen NFTs. I've seen metaverse. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen people use alternative currency, not actual Bitcoin, but they made up their own coins and stuff. I've seen a lot of hype. And I don't think that the metaverse is actually going away. I think that it's actually going to still come. I just think it's going to come slower and it's going to come in a different version than we anticipated it's going to come in. I've seen a lot of hype. AI is not one of them. AI is not one of them. This is a multi-trillion-dollar, maybe even more than that industry, and it is 100% a real thing. Every single company and every government and every person is integrated, and they have already started to become of AI infrastructure, and it is going to be a part of our daily lives. People will not live without it.
It's just a growth at all cost mindset. The only thing that's important is growth, even if it ruins people's lives, even if it makes the company worse and provide an inferior product.
See, look, what is he the host of?
It's people's lives, even if
he's the host of Better Offline Podcast. He's biased. He can't look at it objectively. He can't just tell you the truth and tell you exactly what's coming. No, it's going to come. And it's going to absolutely upend everything. And it's going to make things more efficient, and it's going to do a better job than you have. I'm using certain software that I used to use on a regular basis, on a daily basis, all throughout my day. I'm using it less. I still use it, but I use it significantly less.
if it makes the company worse and provide an inferior product.
That's very interesting. That's something that we don't talk about too often, that they're just going to trim no matter what, regardless of the AI.
Yeah, and that's part of the cycle he talks about. Hey, you want to help the stock price. You want to convince Wall Street that you're doing the right thing.
Slash.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we've gone through that. What other industries are impacted right now? We can talk about next year and 2 years, but right now.
Really, anything that deals with customers, that deals with the public, sadly, is in the crosshairs. All of Hollywood is talking about this. Anything that's artistic and creative, they're talking about replacing with AI. For many of us, at least old school people, no, you need a human touch. But again, that efficiency goal gets in the way, and they say maybe we can do it a little better and definitely do it cheaper with robots.
We're not old school, we're middle school.
Okay.
That's how we see it. Last question for you. We likely to see, when are we likely to see more layoffs like this, at least under the AI umbrella?
I think it's coming soon. Salesforce is a leader in getting AI into the consumer space. It's a giant software company. It sells a lot of that, but there are many, many other companies that line up behind it. It'll be interesting to see if they say, okay, if Salesforce can do it, we'll do it too. That's what
it's coming, bro. Like, it's not even a question of if, is when. It's not even a question of if is when, bro. And unfortunately for a lot of people, it's coming a lot faster than you anticipated it. And so if people have not adjusted, if people are not making the adjustments as far as making sure that they learn this stuff, that they have not integrated it into different parts of their jobs, if they have not integrated it into their business, you are going to fall behind if you have not already. You are going to fall behind if you have not already. If you have not integrated all of this stuff into what you got going on, it's over for you, bro. It's 100% over for you. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I want to get into this job hugging conversation really quickly. I want to do Kim Jong-un. Don't care about that. All right. I don't know what this is, so I want to see this. I'm going to read Super Chat shortly. I don't know what this is, but I do want to deep dive into it because I'm always interested in what's going on in the industry. So apparently this is called a new trend in the economy called job hugging.
Tied to the Great Resignation, there's new data showing that more workers are staying put in their current jobs, making way for a new trend analysts are calling, it sounds so delightful, job hugging.
Yeah, it sounds delightful.
I was going to say, but there's a little bit more to it.
Right.
No job hugging. No hugging on the job.
What do I say? This is an HR free zone. Kidding. Please continue.
Yeah. So it's known as job hugging, which, like you said, sounds good, but it's basically the fact that more and more workers are holding on to their jobs for dear life because they're worried that they're going to lose their job and they're less confident that they'll be able to get a new one. So look.
How do they come up with these terms, bro? How do they, like, this isn't, yeah, Jaree, it's basically trying to hold on to your job. So, because you know that it ain't a lot out there. Yeah, we did job hugging in 2008 too. We did job hugging there too, right? So it's the opposite of quiet quitting. Correct. 100%. I don't know where they're getting these terms from. Why are they making it sensational? What is this, Mark? Let me see. I didn't even see you call.
Hey, dude, how you doing?
Hey, Mark, did I miss your call?
Yeah, I was just giving you a shout back. I got back in the office today, and there's a deposit already on that car.
It's a deposit on the yours?
Yeah.
Really?
Yours. Yep.
Okay. You got any other ones for me?
I do got some other ones, yeah. I've got black on black with like some red stitch on inside. I've got a charcoal gray one with black and red interior.
Okay.
I got a couple though. I've got a white one with black and red. Remember that one that was on the showroom that said demo in the front window?
Yeah.
It said hold. Yeah, that car is technically available because what I can do is I can switch the demo status from that car to one of the other cars we have.
All right, give me 20 minutes. I'm gonna call you right back and then we can figure it out.
Okay, cool.
All right, bye.
That sounds good, bud. Thanks.
Hello?
What up, what?
What up though? Hey, let me call you right back. I'm on a live stream. All right, bye.
At this chart that shows job to job change rate. And what you saw after 2020, after COVID, there was this skyrocketing where people were job hopping. They felt increasingly confident they could get a better job with a bigger paycheck, and they were willing to try that out. That was the Great Resignation, but that has come down very significantly. And the other thing that's come down is paychecks for people who do change jobs. So back in 2019, before COVID, a 10% increase on average for people who were job hopping. That skyrocketed to 20% plus during the Great Resignation. But look at this, it's come down to just 7% now, below the pre-COVID average.
So that's like the whole story right there, right?
It is. Yeah. In fact, some of the government data actually shows that the people who are changing jobs, their pay increases on average, it's the same as the people who are changing jobs. And
people who are staying in their jobs is the same as people changing jobs. Got
exactly.
I know some people that are super scared about the fact that this is happening in the industry and that they don't have no additional skill set or nothing else coming on. Look, the new culture, which is not really new, but it's not something that people have embraced as much as they should, because a lot of people are still holding on to, well, I got this job and then I'm a job hop, or I'm gonna go over to this next thing, or I'm gonna get a raise and a promotion or whatever. Listen, the culture is a thing that I've been doing for my entire life. You have to have other things going on so that you don't have all of your eggs in one basket. Let me tell you what the new things is going to be, in my opinion. This is my prediction personally. I think that the first thing is that everybody going to have a hustle. Everybody going to have some form of a hustle, some form of a business. You can call it a second job, you can call it whatever, but everybody is going to be participating in some form of a gig economy, right? You're going to provide a service outside of whatever it is that you do at your regular job. You should have already been doing that in the first place, meaning that you never depend on that one thing. That's the first thing. The second thing that I think is going to happen is I believe that more women than ever before are going to retire from the workforce. More women than ever before are going to retire from the workforce And they are going to be more, listen, you are going to find less liberal women and more conservative women, women that are ready to have children. I want to work from home. I want to focus on my philanthropy. I want to just be a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mother. Women, the one thing that I know is that during the diversity, equity, and inclusion and feminism phase, when the women was becoming strong, independent ladies, they was doing that because there was money to be made. When the money dries up, they don't want to have to compete for it. When the money dry up, they don't want to have to fight you. They'll go and get it if it's there, but they're not trying to fight you for it. And the one thing I know about women is that they are ready to give up whatever their salary is if they truly believe. Look, Tabby says, I told my man I'm giving him 5 years. If they truly in their heart believe that you got their back and you're not going to let them fall, they'll walk away from that $100,000 job, $80,000 job, 70, 60, 50, 150. They don't care. They don't care about money as long as they can do what they want to do and stay busy. If they believe in you, I'm telling you, they just biding their time. See, look at Keisha. I got to get married. I'm tired of working. We don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury. No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have that luxury. I don't want that luxury because I'm a hustler and this is what I do. I don't even want the luxury. But I'm telling you, if they truly believe that you got their back or, or you're not going to let them down or you're going to figure it out, they content is going to switch from, listen, this is me a boss babe, to look at the growth of my husband's business. Look at the growth of my husband's business. Boy, women work because they can, not because they want to. And I'm telling you, as soon as the economy shifts to where you got to start fighting and clawing and start figuring it out, I know so many independent women that, not even just independent women, I know women that's married and women that's not married that got these jobs, they consultants, all of this stuff. They are out here trying to figure it out. You know what a woman's retirement plan is? Not her 401k. It's a man. A woman's retirement plan is a 401k. A man's retirement plan is all of the investments that he got to make. A woman's retirement plan is a man. A man's retirement. Boy, I seen women that went to college, got some of the most biggest degrees. They did all, as soon as they got married, they was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going back to work yet. They sure did. It sure did, Keisha. Tricked y'all out of y'all bag. Tricked y'all out of y'all bag. Told y'all that, listen, this is what you need to do. Go to college, get a bunch of student loans. I'm going to tell you what the new play is for men, right? The new play for the men, paying attention to the women, is trying to figure out how many student loans she got. That's going to be one of the biggest qualifications for whether or not you get the man that you want. Hey, how many student loans you got? Now, some guys that don't care, right? It don't matter how many student loans you got because they just got it like that, right? They genuinely just got it like that. And it's some dudes that's out here. It's going to be a lot of sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. It's going to be a lot of sharing is caring. Looks is going to go out the window. Women going to get back into the gym. They not focused on all of the superficial stuff. Women is trying to get saved. They trying to figure out, listen, boy, you know how hard it is to make that. You know how much that hurt her? Do you know how hurtful it is? Guys, let me tell you the nature of guys and women. When we pay bills, we feel good about it. Look at that. Everything paid off, everything taken care of. Look at that. Look at there goes my baby. We be chilling. Everything else in life could be going bad. But the bills is paid. Yeah. Everything in life could just be in shambles. Your whole life is in shambles. But your bills is paid, though. We good. We gonna figure everything else as long as if our money is right, we right. We can figure everything else. You know what? I'm not emotionally available. You know what? We gonna figure that out. What? You don't think that I'm there for my kid enough? Okay, you know what? We gonna work on that. If the money is right, you know what? You was acting up last night, but I forgive you. Here's the difference. When a woman paid a bill, she'd be like, I got to do this next month. I got to do this next month. I get so many different videos on my timeline. How is everyone surviving right now? What are you guys doing? How are these mothers riding around in these Suburbans and these Cadillacs and these Escalades? How are they able to be how are they able to be soccer moms? What is everybody doing? Women hate paying bills. They like being, and let me tell you something. We got new profiles. Hey, what do you like to do for a living? What? Well, here's a woman. Shop, white sandy beaches, pray. That's how you get so many prayer warriors. The reason why so many prayer warrior women right now is because they're trying to figure out what their next job is going to be. Lord, make a way. You said that you had me. You said that my feet was never going to touch the ground. Well, guess what? They dragging right now. They not trying to be out here trying to figure it out. Every girl I know get her nails done. Always at the nail shop. You at the nail shop again? Yeah, I got to get my nails done. Getting my hair done. You know what? I missed the gym yesterday. I got to make up for that. Again? Guys is out here. So the women that they talking about with this whole job hugging situation, that's the ones that's still in the arena. That's the ones that's still in the arena. It's going to be more jobs that's opening up for guys because women is going to be retiring.
Right. The pay increase. And where is this happening in terms of job hugging? Where has it slowed down in terms of people changing? Bank of America said it's happening mostly in jobs where people get paid once a month. This tends to be white collar jobs, often in finance, in tech, also business and professional services, which includes everything from managers and lawyers to accountants as well.
You said Keisha, you said your nails stay done? Okay. Get to the point to where your nails can't get done and watch how you start to feel about yourself. You know what? I'm not feeling myself. I don't feel like myself lately. I've been a little down. Look, you see these bags under my eyes? It's because they can't get their nails done. You got to make a sacrifice.
So why is this happening? Again, economists say this reflects a loss of confidence in the ability to get a better job.
I was talking to a woman on a coaching call before one time. This was like a year or two back or something like that, like a year and a half back. I was talking to a woman on a coaching call. And so, I'm giving her the blueprint of what it takes to be successful, how she needs to make an adjustment. I told her, I said, we went over her budget and all of this stuff. And she said, Anton, what do you think I should do? I said, well, you're going to have to make some more money and you're going to have to cut out some of the activities because your habits is to continue to increase your lifestyle with whatever it is that you make or whatever. And she was like, we was on a Zoom call. And so she started looking like she was going to cry. So I said, all right, listen, take a couple weeks, think about everything that we started to make some adjustments for, and then we're going to go from there. Next time that I seen her, it was 2 weeks later. And this is so real. 2 weeks later, I talked to her. And so we get back on a Zoom call. So she on there, she got her hair done. Her nails is done. She coming on there with her Lululemon hookup, the little gym situation. I said, where you coming from? She said, I'm coming from the gym. I said, wow, you look incredible. What you got going on? I cannot make this up. I said, so you've been working. What did you think about the last time that we talked? She said, you know what, Anton? I decided I'm going to just get me a man. I said, you're going to do what? She said, you know, I just want to get a man. That's what she told me. She said her new strategy is to change her look, change the way she operate, move a little bit differently, and then to put herself in a position to get a man. I said, so that's how you go. So I just started cracking. I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. She said, I'm gonna just get a man. She said, and this is what she said. She said, I want to change my coaching calls. I said, what do you want to change them to? She said, I need you to give me everything you know on how to get the man that I want and how to be more social. She said, I don't even want to talk about money no more. I'm trying to figure out how to be more social and be in these streets. She said, I don't care about that. She said, I'm going to just endure through that, and I want to change the dynamics of my coaching calls. She said, I want to focus more on how to be more social and what I need to do to get myself. She said, I need you to be brutally honest. I'm ready for this. She said, she stood up. She did the Kendrick cam. She gave me the whole 9 yards. She said, I'll spend whatever it is that I need in order to make sure that I can get the thing that I want. Her whole coaching call changed. I ain't never seen nobody do that. I ain't never seen a man do that ever. I have never. Yeah, she did look good. I ain't gonna cap. Well, here's the thing. I didn't know how good she looked until she switched up. Because she was looking a little frumpy, you know, because she was looking a little tattered and stuff like that. And then when she switched, she said she had, honestly, she jumped on a coaching call. She said, I did this just for you so you can see what I'm capable of. I wasn't mad at her. I wasn't mad at her. I would never tell y'all no names, ever. I was not mad at her. She was like, you know what? I'm going to just do things differently because I'm not trying to be out here suffering come next year. She wasn't trying to be out there suffering come next year. So y'all can keep fighting with us if you want to. Go on and fight. Go on and fight. The women I know, they love, listen, you know what they love to do? Long naps and cook. Long naps and cook. Oh, what are you doing? I'm about to knock out these dishes. No, you not. Whoosh. No. You focus on doing what you was doing. I don't want you to have to get up. I'm gonna go and do the laundry real quick. I got you. I change that load for you. Don't worry about it. Honest to God on everything I love. That is the conversation. What are you doing? You know what? Don't worry about it. I said, I don't need no help. I don't need no help. You always say that. Stop. I need you to stop saying that you don't need no help. You need help, and you need me. So what? When did that happen? I said, I know how to do my own dishes. Ain't nothing but 3 in there. I know how to do 3 dishes. I don't want you picking up. Listen, stop. Take long naps so that they can love on you. What you been doing all day? Oh, just woke up. That's the way it is out here in these streets now. It's different. Carrington Love Jr. says, start a coffee line. Black men are in the arts and crafts, man. Start a business into traditional industrial infrastructure and services and products that run the world. Go for community facts. You got to actually do some real stuff. You got to build a real tangible product that people really want. There's too much competition in the coffee line. John McGuire says Salesforce allow companies to replace knowledgeable staff with remote call centers. Not AI is replacing the call centers. GR's infantry says, any ideas on AI appointment settings? I'm going to do an AI live stream, a second live stream on the Patreon. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Carrington Love Jr. says, I was just talking to my girl about a trip we're taking this weekend. I told her, I don't want to get robbed, so make sure you check for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that gets her every time. Shout out to Carrington Love Jr. Rage King Leo says they're going to sound like everybody hate Chris, Mom. Rage King Leo says they're about to be streetwalkers on a blade. Nah, women are resourceful. You don't know that women are some of the most resourceful, adjusting, survivalists in the world. One thing about women, let me tell you something. If it's a nuclear fallout, it's going to be roaches, rats, and women that survive. It's going to be a rat taking care of her. Somebody going to take care of her. And she's going to be throwing it back for the rat, throwing it back for a real one. One thing about women is that they are survivalists. They survive any fallout, any nuclear whatever, any recession. Somebody is going to be taking care of that chick. Now, the question is, who's taking care of her? She going to figure it out. You're not going to know about it. You're not going to know about him. You ain't going to know nothing about him. She keep prancing through the streets. I told y'all on Monday, she keep prancing through the streets, well taken care of. All of these women that got all this time on their hands keep going to the gym every day, always in a nice car. It's always clean. It always got gas in it, and she always out to eat every day. That's somebody taking care of her. Facts. It's a fact. Somebody is taking good care of her. Somebody is making sure that every single need that she needs is met. I promise you. You keep seeing these women out here and they just got their hair flowing and they shopping every goddamn day and all of this. That's somebody's chick, bro. You encroaching. Hey, baby girl, can you have friends? She don't want no friends like you. I promise you that she don't want no friends like you. Hey, cars start right up. They got good tires on the car. You know what I'm saying? They could turn the heat up as much as they want in the wintertime. They reading books. Just you got time to read books. Normal people don't have time to read books. They reading books. They're part of the book club. That's somebody's chick, boy. If she got a regular book in her hand, that's somebody's chick. If she has a book in her hand, a physical copy of a book, that is somebody's girl. If she has a yoga mat, that is somebody's girl. If she does Pilates, that is somebody's girl. In this economy today, that's somebody's girl. I'm telling you, that's somebody's girl. She just got back off vacation. That's somebody's girl, bro. I was just out of town. Where you go? Didn't you just get back? That's somebody's girl. She don't care about PTO. She don't care about none of that. Her whole schedule is around whatever somebody else's schedule is. That's somebody's chick, boy. Better believe it. Better believe it. It's competition out here. It's getting fierce for jobs and for women and for men. I don't want to hear no woman out here talking about men. I can't believe these men think that they the prize. That's because you ain't met the right one yet. That's somebody's chick. I know. Y'all all in there. Welcome to the club. She keep being surrounded by all of her homegirls that's protecting her against the guys. That's somebody's girl. That is that's somebody's girl. What you talking to my homegirl for? That's somebody's chick, and she know. She know. Listen, we out here, we having a good time. I'm for the streets, you not. Don't mess up that life. Don't mess it up. We both out to brunch, but only one of us is available and you not. Make yourself, keep being too available. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah? Okay. I got you. Where was you at today? That's crazy. Okay. All right. We got you. Anyways, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, bro. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to give y'all too many more clues. I'm not going to give y'all too many more clues. She curving everybody. That's somebody's girl. Shout out to Rage King Leo. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Another 3-hour masterpiece in the books. I gotta go take my daughter to the dentist, to be honest with y'all. So I'm about to head out to the suburbs, and we about to see what's happening out there. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the greatest audience on earth. Thank y'all for always making my life awesome by allowing for me to serve you and for y'all participating in what we got going on. Stay focused. Stay on top of it. I love you too, Aaliyah. I love you too, Heavenly Saint. I love you, all of y'all, Jesse, Desiree, J. Graham, Azriel, Yakar, I love you. Lagoat, Woke Queen, High Tolerance, Keisha, Sky Blueberry, Me University. I love all of y'all. I love y'all. Got Flavor, I love you. Chasing Tens, I love you. Tiffany, I love you. Will Nola, I love you. J2 Fresh, I love you. Toriano, I love you. Mr. Jackson, I love you. Larry Walker, I love you. Bubbles, I love you. Trini Life, I got love for you. I love you. Fire Farmer, I love you. Me University, Tavi, everybody, I love y'all. Kicking it with a chef, I love you. All right, we back at it tomorrow morning. All right, y'all, I love y'all. Peace.